You're talking about all men.
People of the night. I bid you all good morning, good evening, and good night, wherever you be watching this transmission. Whether you're watching us from your condo in the sky to your cabin in the woods, or just couch surfing, or maybe just on a road trip, if you're loud, if you're not locked down, or relaxing on your lazy boy. People of the night, welcome to Mike in the Night. It is 3 a.m., and something's moving you. So crack open a window, sit back, relax, get some coffee or tea, because you're tuned in to Mike in the Night, the voice of the Commonwealth. Don't say I'm talking too much until what you see what's behind. Just when you can't go on, tag along on Mike in the Night. Let's talk this through. Hashtag Mike in the Night. Intro track by Ralphie.co.New Zealand. And today we got a lot going on tonight's show. A lot. Disclaimer, we do not offer investment advice or medical advice. We are opinion driven, and we do not know anything, and we can't even read. Due to this video's poor quality, this video should not be viewed by anyone ever. Alrighty, folks. It is Saturday night, and it's 3 a.m. somewhere, and something's moving you. Guys, I got the Discord open right now. So if you guys want to go to Discord and send some links through there or inappropriate chat, just go to the Discord here. Let me see if I still have that link there. I don't know what I have pasted here. Yeah, Discord right there. There's a Discord right there. Go ahead and join it and be part of the inappropriate or links that you probably can't post on YouTube or whatnot, or they're just trying to Mickey Mouse things around. So anyways, let's go to a quick channel plug, and we're going to kick off tonight's Mike in the Night. Alrighty, okay, where we start here? Where are we starting? Oh my god, there's so much going on. Alright, here we go. We got lots of windows open. We got lots to talk about tonight. Lots of topics. I would invite some first-time callers to come on tonight if you want to come on. Come on and make a difference on this show. Alright, let's do a quick channel plug and we're going to rock and roll. Here you go, guys. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 14,000 subscribers by Christmas. I lost 35 subscribers this morning, so let's see if we can get to 14,000 by Christmas. Ralphie.co.New Zealand. There's the website right there. This rebroadcasts Mike in the Night here on the radio show. And not only that, this gets broadcasted in New Zealand. So New Zealand Radio picks this up. So don't forget to check that out. Money for Nothing. Wednesday show. Don't forget to set your reminders for Money for Nothing on the channel. Also, next week, Mike in the Night, background noise. What is the background noise? What's the left hand doing that the right hand doesn't know? Guys, please send me your stuff on Instagram. Please send me your stuff on Instagram. I have no issues. Instagram, for some reason, lets things go through, right? Here's our Discord right here. So if you guys want to join the Discord, join the Discord. We are going full blast tonight on Discord, and we have a live voice channel right here. If you want to join, get your microphone turned, or your phone, or whatever you're using, turn that on and approve it, and go ahead and use your our live chat 24 hours a day. Artbydano.com. Don't forget to check out the man with a plan. Artbydano.com. Not your typical art, with tons of new releases. And don't forget to support the Amerifornia tour by Lord Humongous. People have been donating, and he is getting his van ready to do an Amerifornia tour to get some stories for the channel. All right. Let me get I got this really cool thing Dano made here. Where the heck is that video? There it is. I want to show you guys this. This is really, really cool. It's for the Amerifornia tour, and I was told that the music is royalty free. So we'll see. So there it is, right there. There's Lord Humongous there on his Amerifornia truck. Got Mike in the Night on the side there. That's the Amerifornia tour. That's awesome, man. Dano actually handmade that, drew that and handmade that. Art by Dano. Look at that, man. That's awesome. I really like how they did this. House, $1 million. Going across America to pick up some stories for us. There's the Mike in the Night there on the side of the truck. That's awesome. Good job, Dano. Guys, don't forget to support the tour, the Amerifornia tour. How's everyone doing out there? Guys, I got some good news. Great news. Facebook is no longer banning people's accounts that say that the virus is man-made now. Good job, Facebook. Anyone that thought that this originated in some sort of wet bat market or Batman market or something like that is totally out of their tree. There's too many fingerprints on this. We knew about this in January or February of 2020. When everything just kind of fell apart. And they've been censoring and deplatforming people for saying it was man-made. Now, apparently, we could say it's man-made now. We're getting our freedom of speech back in little increments, you know what I'm saying? Like, thank you, oh great, my great Facebook, oh great, thank you, the greatness of Facebook, you guys are the greatest, thank you so much, Zucky, thank you, Zucky, for letting me say what I need to say, freedom, thank you. So yeah, that's what we have to do from now on going forward, you know, you have to, yeah. A Grindhouse Cartoon says it came from Chinese fortune cookies. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what's going on there. Okay, guys, we got a lot of content we're going to cover here. Actually, quite a bit of content we're going to cover on here. So I really want you guys in tune here because there's just a lot of things going on. We don't even know what to call the next few shows of Mike in the Night, so we just name them random things until a day before because that's how much... So this is, I want to throw this out there real quick before we go into the polls and stuff. Here it is. Look at this. Infectious disease scientists at Canada's high security lab collaborated with China. This is May 20th, 2021. This is not old news. This is old news. Sorry, this is old. But I mean, I have a feeling that our tax dollars actually funded this. Which is scary. I can't read the article because they want me to log in and get a free this and a free that. And maybe give me a check for, I don't know, $1.99 a week. Yeah, I don't think so. So I kind of wanted to throw that out. Lots of connection, a lot of collaboration happening through the back ends of everything here. They're going to start, I don't know what YouTube's posting losses. I don't know what they're going to do. So I don't know what YouTube plans on doing. I know they want channels where people pour gravy down their pants. And I think, you know, gravy pouring is going to probably enter the Olympics one day. And pouring gravy down your pants may be something that people may look forward to. You know what I'm saying? Woo! All right, so let's go in real quick here on the channel. So there it is, live show right there. So we got King Cash YouTube. I shared one of his posts there. I share a lot of his posts. Indian COVID variant spread may delay final lifting of lockdown restrictions on 21st of June, says Boris Johnson warns. Hold on a second. Right there. That's the warning. Right there. That's your warning right there. So they're so hard pressed, to ruin everyone's life. Small business, everything. This guy right here, he doesn't have to worry about getting his next meal, where it's going to come from. The taxpayers. This is a public servant. Public servant. That's served and paid by the public, representing the public. This is another one here by the McChronicle. Teachers Union, let's get the schools open. Pentagon Special Forces nominee says U.S. should strongly consider training Taiwanese guerrillas against Chinese invasion. So it might be a street-to-street thing. I think China will come in. I think it would be a soft invasion because they don't want to ruin the infrastructure that's there. It'll be a soft aerial, maybe take out a few targets, and then boots on the ground, and then a basic textbook sweep street to street. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a military expert, but I'm thinking if they do that, if Pentagon Special Forces are saying that, the Chinese, if they're smart, they're not going to ruin the streets and the infrastructure there. They're going to quietly kind of move it in, so because they need, if without roads, you can't move tanks and all kinds of crap around. So let's just leave it at that. So that's what's happening there. And this one here, I got this on the news the other day. Man punches 9-year-old in the face while walking home. They got it on security camera. People are losing their minds. People are just out of their minds. I don't know what people are thinking or what they got. I don't know what's going through people's mind. China warns Australia, and I said China could go to hell here. China warns Australia military is weak. Will be first hit in any war with Western alliance. So obviously, again, I don't think China will hit Australia like you would think they would, with lots of surface-to-ground missiles. I think China would go with more of a boots-on-the-ground approach, basic textbook sweeps, take over major cities, do a few aerial flyovers, couple of helicopters with troops, kind of deploy in certain areas. They wouldn't, because they can't lose the infrastructure. Once you lose the railways, the highways, the ways to get you around logistically in the country, it's very hard to take the capital, right? So, yeah, so that's what's happening right there. So China's openly threatening, and then look at this banana. I can't believe this guy's still working. WHO chief Tendora Mohamedino Ghebreyesus warns more of deadly virus than COVID-19 to come. So this is from 4 days ago. He's saying that there's more coming. There's more coming. So what are they going to pull the trigger on? What are they planning on pulling the trigger on here? If there's more to come, what does that mean? Is this the start? Is this the beginning of a new lifestyle that we need to get used to? If you were born around 1975 to 1979, 1980, you lived a good life? Because the 80s were great. The 90s were incredible. And then the 2000s turned into a dumpster fire. And then the 2010s turned into a huge dumpster, huge economic / takeover / devalue of currency / fentanyl dumpster massive diarrhea fire. It's terrible. All right, we got Lord Humongous in the comments. We got The Alchemist in the comments. We got Tignim in the comments. We got Papa Pissed in the comments. We got Mitch Madden. We got the comments flowing here on the people posting comments and all kinds of cool stuff on the Discord, if you want to join the Discord. Okay, so what else we got here? There was something else I wanted to... yeah, mystery shaking worldwide. Lots of earthquakes in certain parts of the world. U.S. workers file 406,000 new jobless claims as economy heats up. So more and more people, jobless claims are hitting the airwaves, and it's kind of funny when CNN reports this, you know something ain't right. And this is what I wanted to throw up there, guys. Biden's America. So, I mean, you get what you vote for, or you get who you allow to get selected to be put in office. You got to be careful with the language and how you say this. But, okay, here it is. So, can we have solutions-based channel to promote something positive like Crypto Overlord mentioned? So, I got a direct message here from Omega333. We can add our own ideas and solutions to certain problems we see occurring, not only the personal level, but community as well. It's all sort of optimistic think tank. Cheers. Yeah, well, I'm up for all kinds, but this is what's happening right here. So, what's the solution to this? Here's the problem. Here's the problem with the solution to this. You find a grassroots, squeaky clean. I'm talking about this guy never farted. This guy farts right. We're talking about this guy wakes up in the morning and it's a robot. We're talking about someone that has no crusty past, nobody that has, like, on file for something, or somebody caught spitting in public. I'm talking about a squeaky clean, grassroots, conservative guy that's going to move America forward, that's actually there by the people, for the people. Let's say that happened. We get somebody. That somebody comes out, lays out a really good platform that we could work with as human beings to move forward. The problem is, the media is going to bash him. The media is going to make up crap. The media is going to everything humanly possible to destroy, deplatform, defame. So, let's say we did actually went by their book, and we actually got someone that's actually going to make the difference for the people, by the people. Fix this immigration issue wherever. Fix this food issue wherever. Fix this economic takeover. Fix the money laundering. Fix the banking system. They'll be discredited. They'll be thrown out, or they'll probably be assassinated. So, yeah, there's ways to fix the problem. But right now, with the media in control, the people that count the votes in control, the people that basically have been brainwashing the population for the last 20 years. I'm a racist. That's just it. I'm a racist. This hat, see Georgia, that's racist. See, you see this hair? You see this hair right here? That makes me racist. So that word lost all credibility. That word means nothing anymore. So let's look at Biden's America. So this is where we're at right now. So maybe what we're talking about here could fuel or create ideas for another administration or some sort of movement that could make the difference that we've been longing for in the last 30 years. Yep. Chrissy R is saying, if China tries to take Australia, people will break it rather than give it to them. That's what happened back in the early 80s in Jamaica, where American companies were slowly taken over, and Jamaica burnt everything. So there was nothing to take. This happened in the early 80s. One of my good friends is from Jamaica, and he told me this like today. He went by my shop to see me, and told me that today. So, Anna Key saying, Australia is not a country that China will be able to navigate. Our spiders alone will kill them. Yeah. It's okay, Mike. Elon will just relocate us to Mars. That's Daniel right there. Lord Humongous says the Amerifornia tour will be stopping in California. Okay, guys, let's go here. So this is what you guys put. This is what your vote counters, or whoever counted your votes, this is who you put into power. 1,000 feet of lumber board, $1,500 in 2021, $304 in 2020. 1 gallon of gas, $3.05, $1.95. A ton of wheat, $251. Wow, that went up that much. Holy crap, $183. And a ton of coal is $80. Wow, that's huge, $80 from $39. And 1 bushel of corn, $6.86. It used to be $3.43. So you get who you vote for, or you get who you get. And guys, this is Victoria here. Big lockdown in Melbourne, Australia, Victoria, Australia. Big lockdown. I think some guy coughed somewhere outside. I think some guy was coughing. And then they said, holy crap, we got to shut this down. We gotta shut this down. Let's try and get, what's her name on? Real quick. I want to get Anna Key on, like if she's got her Skype on. I just want to call her real quick. What's the shutdown? What is happening? And where are things headed?
Hello.
Hey, Anna, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing well, thanks.
All
I
right,
just didn't
Anna.
expect you to call.
Well, I just wanted to call. I just want to plug. I just want to give us 5 minutes. What's going on there? Tell us what's going on. 5 minutes. They locked down. Some guy was coughing, and they shut down the whole state.
Oh, it's ridiculous. They've shut down the entire. It's like the whole of BC being shut down. They've shut down the entire state of Victoria. They've locked it all down because of their contact traces, and they've got to like 30 cases. One guy is in ICU. Whoopee do.
And the one guy, I mean, there's a lot of yeah. People, you guys had one of the. A lot of people don't know this in the Commonwealth, but a lot of people don't know how bad the Victoria lockdown and how brutal and draconian the lockdown was in 2020.
Yeah.
People have no idea. It went on for 30 weeks.
Yeah, I know. I just saw somebody that was part of that festival that they've just locked down again, and he was stuck in Melbourne, and he's handling it, and he's just, you just see the grimace, you just see the sort of, I'm okay, but really, if you really got to the bottom of it, they are seriously worried, really, really worried, because they locked down, all of the government supports are gone. So all of the job keepers, people are losing their minds. They're seriously losing their minds. The road rage that's floating around out in Australia is off the charts.
Did you see what's happened in America with road rage? People get stepping out of the cart and shooting at other people.
Yeah, I'm like, well, this is where I'm really happy. There's no guns.
Mm-hmm.
Because I encountered a series of road rage myself, and I had this just because I spent too long deciding whether to go left or right. It's off the charts. People are going to lose their minds, and Victorians especially.
I'm so sorry to hear that. So your country, Australia. So guys, this is Anna Key, who's in Australia, who's giving us the download. Okay, Anna, listen. I want to ask you something, okay?
Yeah.
How are you guys dealing with this sanctioning from China? You guys are being sanctioned from China. And you guys are being sanctioned because you wanted to look in to
the origins of the virus.
The origins of the virus came from.
This China sanctioning bullshit has been coming for a long time. It started well before Australia basically asking for the origins of the virus. It started when in the World Trade Organization, this is back when Trump was in power, they basically made a proposal that China not be a developing country. And from that moment on, everything has gone pear-shaped with China.
I'm so sorry you guys have to deal with that. And now,
it's okay. I mean, I don't know. Haven't heard of any business that's truly suffered from the sanctions.
No, I know the wheat. I know your guys' wheat was sold to Mexico. I know.
Yeah.
A lot of your guys' coal was sold to South Africa.
Yeah. Everybody got a bit complacent and lazy and just sold to China.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're basically, putting their big boy pants on, and they're going to the rest of the world and saying, hey, we've got a good product. Will you buy it? It's at this price, and people are picking it up.
Yep.
So,
okay. And some of your wine was picked up by the Portuguese, I heard.
Oh, good on you.
Yeah.
I mean, we're also making conscious decisions. I mean, I know I am. I go to a wine shop and I look at a whole bunch of wines and I decide, I'll support the Australian wines rather than buy international wines or wines coming in from France, or we get a lot from France.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just swings and roundabouts with all of this sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So they can kind of, that's just overt saber rattling that the media like to hang their hats on to make us make us fearful.
All right, let me ask you this one last one. This is an article that's been up, and this is actually a lot of back saber rattling, like you said. China warns Australia's military is weak, will be the first hit in any war with Western alliance. So, I mean, China really, really, I mean, the rest, I don't know anyone that I've like I don't know if Argentina likes China. I don't think so. Mexico, I don't think they're in good terms. I don't think Canada loves China. But yeah, I know. But I mean, like other countries like South Africa. Africa has been pillaged by mines and stuff and building roads that went nowhere, deforesting of countries by the Chinese. Now, I mean, why would China want to pick a fight with you guys, knowing it's already like the big guy on the field, looking to pick a fight like a bully? Like, wow.
Yeah, I think I think once again it's saber rattling in the media. I think the media. I'm really surprised how much the media are basically making a lot of this, and it's clickbait, it's fear. I don't see that as a reality.
Mm-hmm.
I do know that Australia has amped up its military spend, something chronic. But on top of all of that, we've got all of the world has got supply issues. The semiconductors and the chip shortage has seriously put a kibers on a lot of things. So inside the military, everything's running on computers. So nobody's able to complete anything. So if China are off running around making ships, they're missing parts.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's sidetracking them. They're being cut out. They're basically being put on notice in their own, in the global way. I mean, everybody's coming at them and going, okay, we're fed up with you stealing our intellectual property. We're fed up with you dumping sort of products that last a second and fall apart. They're just they're just producing landfill. And in Australia, we've copped a lot of it. We've copped a lot of rubbish that's come in from China that we've bought, and they've done really well by it, and it's to our detriment. And I think everybody's waking up to it, because what's happening is our money's going over to China, although the balance of trade, Australia is doing better than China as far as the balance of trade. But we are supporting, there's a lot of industry that's gone over to China. It's employed all of the Chinese. It's producing second rate, just really horrible products that have come back to Australia, and we put it in our landfill, but the money's gone over there. Those people have come to, they've run away from China. They are now living in Australia. So the Chinese are going to hurt the Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
In this country. And if the same thing in Canada, if China decides to pick on Canada, I mean, they're going to be picking on their own people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The people that ran away from the CCP, the people that basically wanted democracy, everybody out of Hong Kong. They've all run away, and they've taken their money and their know-how with them and their chutzpah. And they've come over here and they're producing, and they become part of the society. So it's kind of strange that I still think that the media and the clickbait and everything that's changed over the last 10 years with the internet and the social media and, what you're doing and everybody's doing is they need stories. They need clickbait. And the next big clickbait is war, because they've run out of everything else.
Right. That's so true. All right, Anna. Thank you for filling this gap. I wanted to get you on in Australia so you could tell us your feelings. Keep an eye on the tensions for us. Let us know what's happening, and we'll have you on soon, okay?
Okay.
God bless you.
You take care. Bye.
That is Anna Key. Coming on real quick here to fill in a little bit of a gap on what's happening here in Australia. It's best to get the word from someone on the ground. It's going to be good to get somebody on the ground that could tell us what is going on. All right, let's go on to this. I know tonight's not housing or economic, but house in Toronto with no bedrooms has just sold for more than $1 million. That is about $700,000 US for a home with no bedrooms. It's just a room. It's so cute. Look at that room. Oh, it's got a little backyard. You could have a little party there with two people. Then you could have one person in here, then one person here, and then you could have two over here, and then you may have one in, like, just in this area here, not too far up. Then you could have one person here. And I like how they photographed the no bedroom house to make it look like it's a mansion inside. $1 million. Now, if you actually mortgage this with zero down and interest rates at where it's at, you're going to be paying about $2,200-$2,300 a month. Interest rates go up another 2%. You're going to be paying $5,000-$6,000 a month. So let's just pray that rates don't go up for these people that buy this with 0 or 10, even 30% down. Yeah, and it's cold 8 months of the year in Toronto. 8-9 months of the year, it's cold in Toronto. It's cold.
Woo!
All right. It's the property, not the house, the Saxon says. Yeah, I get that. I understand that. But a little strip of land like this shouldn't be worth $1 million. I don't care where it is. I could probably buy land on the moon for cheaper. Or on Mars for cheaper. All right. Home prices. Now, again, we're not housing it, but this is a big deal. Home prices go up nearly 300% of assessment on Vancouver Street with new 6-story condo project. So there's a new project happening. So this is the area. I used to live in an area like this with these kind of homes. These things were built after, just before World War II. Some of them were built after World War II. This is like $2-3 million for this. This is a $3 million house. Some of them are $4 million, $5 million. This is $3-4 million. I'm not making this up. You know, and again, you get like crummy weather 8-9 months of the year. So I don't know why I'm lacking. Like, oh, it's the land. Okay, you got the land. Then what? Like, what, you're gonna move next door to Jimmy Carter or something? Like, what is it? Like, does Kiss live next door, or what do you have? Like, does it come with gold in the ground? All right, so China. This was sent to me from someone, one of our viewers in Hong Kong. Take a look at this one. China's record buying spree of protein as Africa swine fever bites. So China owns a lot of pig farms in Africa. Instead of letting the people there manage and make their own pig farms and sell the meat to Africa, China goes there, hires their own, does what they want, makes up their own rules, and basically does what they want. You know what I'm saying? And that's been happening for years now, and there it is. There's their protein buy. They're buying more and more. So, like Aniki said, is basically if you cut them off, if countries start... But the thing is, China already goes into countries and does, like in Canada, they have their own mines that they own that are Canadian-owned, sold, with no Canadian hires. And if you think I'm making it up to pick on China... Gotta bring this up, just so you guys know I'm not making this up. No Canadian hires. For 4 years, a Chinese-owned BC mine. Our biggest coal mine is owned by China. And they don't hire us to work there, but they use our healthcare for free. All right. City of Lexington begins door-to-door vaccine campaigns. This was sent to me from Gordon, who lives in... Lexington, Kentucky, who sent me this and said, Mike, add this on your Mike in the Night. They're going to be going door to door with a big vaccine campaign. 60% of our adults have been vaccinated. We're proud of that progress, but we want to get more shots in arms, especially of those younger people. So that's what's happening right now. They're going to be going to door. If you're in Lexington, if you're in Kentucky, they're going to be doing a vaccine campaign. So just kind of giving you guys a heads up. So there's nobody home, so to say.
Called me on the phone. Holla!
Yeah. Hope everyone's doing okay. Purple Girl saying, wow, I didn't know that about the mine. You're going to learn a lot of stuff on this channel. This is just us here talking like human beings, being rational with each other. Whew. Layla says they're going door to door in Toronto too. Now here, there's a rumor that's going on. You'll hear it here first. It's a rumor. I don't know if it's true. But apparently, the injections that they're getting or people are receiving in China, or the injections or the shots, Apparently, from what I've heard from somebody on the ground, I forgot what province that was in China. I forgot the name of the province. It's a northeastern province. They're actually getting B12 vitamin shots, from what I've heard. This may be a rumor. I don't know. But the people there are getting B12 shots, from what I heard. So, Daniel's putting up a point here. I don't know one kid under 12 years old that was sick last year. That's actually a good one. That's actually a good one. Yeah, I don't know any. You know what? I was sick this year, and I was sick last year. So that's kind of good. I'm trying to open Dano. Dano sent me a link to news here. I want to get Dano on real quick. I want to get him on for a 5-minute plug here. Dano, turn on your Skype. I want to get you on here. I'm trying to find... Dano, resend me the link about your... I got some bad news. Dano's... on the pier that he sells his art from got trashed by a bunch of young... he's going to let him tell us what is happening there. Let me get the news article up on Huntington Beach there, and we're going to get Dano on from California that could tell us exactly what happened to his booth. Artbydano.com. He supports the channel. We support him. And, yeah, his son does some really good rock and roll there. Oh, okay, hold on. This is Dano here. Yo, Dano, what's up, buddy?
Hey, let me shut off the... Can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you.
Yeah, I had to shut you off. You know, I'm trying to watch with one eye and talk with the other eye. I mean, the other... Whatever. Yeah,
all right.
How are you, man? You doing all right?
I'm doing good, buddy. So,
yeah.
All right. Explain to us what happened a week ago to your booth. Explain to us what happened.
I'll make it quick. There actually is a silver lining to it, even though it kind of doesn't start that way. Well, last weekend, there was some TikTok campaign on TikTok that basically told a whole load of teenagers that there was a free hip-hop party and concert at Huntington Beach Pier, and would take place last Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. It's supposed to be Snoop Dogg was supposed to be there, and other hip-hop artists. So anyway, thousands of kids show up in the afternoon, and once they realized that there was no concert to be there, it was all a hoax, they got pissed off, and they started trampling everything in their way, like a herd of cattle. I mean, it didn't really happen until the evening, but they destroyed a lifeguard tower, and they trampled all the vendors at the Huntington Beach Pier Market. So this is all I have left on my booth.
Wow, so basically they trashed your booth?
Yeah. I wasn't there when it happened. I left before that. We had a really good day last Saturday. So Bill, my partner, he managed to load up most of inventory in the truck before the riot started advancing. So we probably lost maybe a couple $100 worth of inventory of these 11x17 prints, which can all be replaced, right? And they tore up my grids. My booth is trashed, and even the table, even broke the table.
Hold on, Dano, get your mic closer. People can't hear you.
I'm sorry. Is this better?
Oh, way better.
Okay. I was one of the lucky ones because I didn't lose all my inventory because we got it into the truck before the big the riot happened. But I did get, they destroyed my booth and my table and my grids. So, yeah, I mean, it sucks. But I was one of the lucky ones. There was many vendors there that lost everything because it was an overnight event. It was a 2-day event, Saturday, Sunday event. So what happens, you basically lock up most of your stuff in the booth. You lock it up, and there's a security guard that stays there overnight. Now, because I have the kind of inventory that's artistic, I have some originals and kind of, some more expensive canvas reproductions. I always load those up in the truck overnight. I never leave them in the booth. So that's what kind of saved our arse. But the people that have like pots, ceramic pots, and they have plants in them and arts and crafts kind of stuff that's heavy to lift and reload, they leave that overnight in their booth. Those people lost everything, man. The teenagers just smashed the shit out of everything. And what sucks is this is like 14, 15, 16-year-old kids that did this. So the cops can't really do anything.
So it's a TikTok party organization folks that came in and basically realized there was no concert there, so they ended up trashing everything. And luckily, you got your stuff on there.
We got out just in time. I only lost the booth can be replaced, the table can be replaced, the 11 by 17 prints. I can print more, But other people lost everything. We're completely wiped out there. And I think the city eventually is going to reimburse the vendors for it. It's going to take a few weeks, and it raised a lot of publicity, which it can actually be a good thing in the long run. But I mean, what they should do is find like any stupid kids, right? That did this. Like, I mean, I raised a lot of hell when I was a teenager, but I never destroyed property. I never stole stuff. I didn't loot and pillage and riot. And these kids are totally happy doing that, and they even selfie themselves doing that. It's like, you got the hammer or whatever in one hand and the selfie in the other hand as you're doing this.
Yeah, they're breaking stuff and they're getting it and they're putting it on social media because now destroying private property is it's forming an opinion.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, I think if this continues, somebody's going to get pissed off, and unfortunately, like one of the vendors, one of my buddies that's a vendor there said that, and he wasn't there that night either. He left early too. He said if he was there, he probably would be in jail right now because he has a shotgun with him in the booth. So,
okay,
which is terrible because some of these kids would have probably got shot. But the thing that sucks is the cops. The cops don't do anything about it because they're afraid to hurt a kid. I think they had some rubber bullets and some non-lethal weapons, whatever the cops used, later on at night when it really got insane. But they can't do much because it's a bunch of 14, 15-year-olds mostly, 60-year-olds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they're forming opinion too, right? So you can't.
Yeah, really... and if a cop hurts somebody that's 15 years old, their career is over.
Right.
So. But what they should do is find out through social media if they can match the identity of these punks, these kids that did that. And it was kids from all walks of life. That's the weirdest thing. You had kids from Orange County, you had beach kids, you had kids from the hood, you had some gang members there, you had even the sons and daughters of wealthy people all mixed up in this riot, in this horde. So it didn't matter. Like it's not like it was just a bunch of poor kids from the hood going there, and it's BS. It was all these just kids that don't have any respect, and kids that, I mean, what the hell? Their parents should be fined for it. The parents of these kids should pay for this shit, right? That might stop it.
Yeah. Well, it's good that you got that off your chest here.
Yeah.
It's good.
Well, hopefully I didn't it really did happen. You can check it out. It's on Channel 5, Channel 2, KCAL 9. If people on the channel want to check it out on YouTube, they still have the links to the videos from last weekend. But yeah, I mean, and the riots and shit has gone on there for too long. It's been about a year on and off of the stuff there at Huntington Beach Pier, and it's really hurt the downtown businesses. It's killed a lot of the merchants at the Huntington Beach Pier, and we're it's always the little guy that gets hurt by this, right?
Mm-hmm. Always the little guy.
So, yeah.
The little guy. Yeah. All right, Dano, thanks for all the artwork, all the work you're doing with the California tour.
I'll do some more for you, man, for the tour, and I think the tour's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be, I think people are going to really enjoy. We're going to make it as informative and entertaining as possible.
Yes.
Because, you got to, like what you do, Mike, you got to entertain people and inform them at the same time, right?
That's right. That's why I got the soundboard.
That's right. I missed a Ricky. What was that? Ricky
Spanish.
Yeah, where's that one?
He's in jail right now, so he can't come on the show. So we'll try and get him on Wednesday's show if he makes bail.
Yeah, man. What can I say? Well, thank you. Your shows have been great, I got to say, in the last few weeks, man. It's been really cool and really informative, and people are great on the show. It's like a club. It's like a really cool club.
We all know each other. Make sure you're on our thing, on our Discord, right?
You know what? I'm such an idiot. I tried to get on last Saturday, and I bungled it up again as usual, but I'm going to figure it out.
Figure it out because we have an open mic area where you could go in and just everyone's talking to each other.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to get in trouble if I start talking too much there.
No. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Okay, Dano, thank you so much for your time. God bless you, and we'll have you on the show as soon as possible.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it.
All right, ciao.
Ciao.
All right, that's our man Dano from Huntington Beach, who basically lost his booth got destroyed, his table got destroyed, because a bunch of teenagers were forming an opinion. Okay, so let's go back. Somebody commented on the lineups for the jab in Australia. We do have that right here. It's coming up right now, shortly. I do have this covered. So this is City of Lexington. Buddy sent me this. Gordon sent me this. Begins door-to-door vaccine campaign. Moneybags Tony sent me this the other day. Virologist says genetic fingerprints prove COVID-19 is man-made. No credible natural ancestor. And I would like to thank Facebook, the great leader of Facebook, for not removing posts claiming COVID-19 was man-made. Thank you, Zuckerberg. Without you, I don't know what we do without. I'm just being sarcastic here, folks. But there it is. Thank you, Facebook, for not deleting. I think people have lost so much faith in Facebook. Guys, I don't even go on my fan page. I have 120,000 people on my fan page. I put something on there, not even a single person sees it. Facebook is the biggest waste of resource, computer space, the whole 9 yards. I'd rather be on a dial-up, one of those telephones that you do the round thing to call somebody, a non-touchtone phone, than deal with this BS Facebook. Oh yeah, we're not gonna next time, and then in 6 months, you know what they're gonna say? Facebook will no longer remove posts claiming that the jab is killing people. Give it 6 months. Yes, provinces are preparing to reopen, but it's not time to ditch your masks just yet, experts say. No, because that really unattractive lady from the States, what's her name? She's really unattractive. Nancy Pelosi. She said the other day, and this other Mickey Mouse guy that was there, they both said on the Senate in front that masks do nothing. Okay? So if YouTube's going to pull this video, check it out. She said it 3 times. Okay? Because Nancy Pelosi said so. All right? All right. Let's keep moving here. Health Canada extends expiry date for thousands of AstraZeneca Oxford doses. Can they extend? I mean, Canada does whatever it wants to do, which it hasn't been good for it lately. Could you extend the expiry date on anything? I mean, can you do that? Does this thing have a shelf life? Does anyone know? Anyone out there could tell us if this stuff has a shelf life. I would really, really like to know. Here, I'll call somebody right now that'll know.
Mike, what's shaking?
Nada. Hey, do you got 5 minutes you could spare with us?
I got all the time in the world for you, Mike. What's going on, man?
Okay, expiry date. Health Canada extends expiry date for thousands of AstraZeneca Oxford doses. Can you do that? Is there a shelf life on this stuff? What's the deal with this?
Well, the AstraZeneca doses that they have to be kept at a certain temperature because of their oxidizing the compound in it, right?
Minus 46 Fahrenheit.
Exactly. So what would happen at this point when they inject it into your body? It goes from minus 46 Fahrenheit to 96, right? So that explosive chemical reaction that they're injecting into your arm would have a very limited shelf life, right? Because it's quite volatile. So I would assume that 7 weeks would probably, given I don't have the protein compound in front of me, but given the nature from what it sounds like, it would have a limited shelf life even at its stable temperature.
Okay, now let me ask you something a little bit more technical, if that's okay.
Sure, of course.
Facebook is, because Facebook said so, by the way, that they're not going to be deleting accounts because now for people that have been posting that the vaccine was man-made. Now, right. Now, my question is going to fall into this. If the vaccine is now officially, and we could say it is man-made, was this whatever they made here, this jab, whatever this thing is here, now does this fall on different pretenses because they were under the influence or under the understanding that this was naturally from some Batman market, and then now from the information they were given, could this jab or this serum be made wrong because they weren't given the right information to start with?
I believe they know exactly where they came from, exactly where it came from. And the fact that they're trying to push this mysterious miracle cure 6 months after they started talking about it. The very fact that now they're telling us that 60% of our country has been inoculated with it is the red flag that the vaccine was probably made in the next beaker next to the virus itself. And saying that it is man-made and their mysterious fact-checking apparatus that they have at play there is essentially being exposed. So they're going to have to backpedal. That's in my opinion. Now, if you ever worked in a large corporation, I'm sure some of our folks here have. They have like a PR department, public relations, right? Now it's their professional. Their only job is to be the mouthpiece of said environment, and they're professionals at backpedaling and redirecting responsibility, minimalizing damage. And Facebook, of course, has had unlimited resources to hire the absolute very best.
I understand.
And I know I've been to their facility.
Well, I know you've been around, so I understand, and that's why we want to get your input, your feedback on some of this stuff here.
The millennials, right? We're all getting up near 40 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we are the top demographic of Facebook, because the Zoomers do not use Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I think in an attempt to maintain relevance, they're trying to change their policies on the fly to keep us interested. Because look at just what you said just now. You have 100,000 plus followers on your Facebook account. You don't even use it.
I have 120,000 followers.
Exactly. So you've already checked out of it.
There's no point. I have more people following me than like big celebrities and authors and all kinds of people put together.
That's exactly right. So what I use Facebook for, and I'm sure everybody in our age bracket, I'm 38, right? They use it to communicate with their parents. And that's about it. And maybe argue about who's racist. I see that a lot. The virtue signaling.
So Aussie Jen is saying AstraZeneca has a shelf life of 6 months and must be stored between 2 to 8 plus, according to New South Wales Health Department.
Right. So that's a very different set of conditions that I have in front of me, because I have the ones that you sent me, which is in the negative 46 Fahrenheit. Right. So they would be two very, very different compounds.
Now,
if you look at a periodic table of elements, they're quite a bit separated from each other.
Okay, we had you on the show last week, and you told us after going through the ingredients and kind of breaking this down, you told us that this is not even a vaccine. This is something else.
Yes. What I've discovered through the analysis in the MSDS sheet that was sent to me is that this was an accelerant designed to open up your system to receive something else that's fast acting. Whatever it is, what the second injection is, I don't know. But this is a precursor, is what they call it. It had nothing to do with any type of immune system or anything of that nature. It was literally a stimulant and a sedative. So to light up your system and to sedate you mildly.
For 40 days.
It's for 45 days. It would take that long for it to degrade out of your system, because it's based on lithium, which is a heavy metal that they use in antipsychotic medication.
But what happens to your pancreas?
I would say I would be more concerned about my kidneys, because your pancreas regulates chemical compounds in your body. It would be your kidneys where metals would end up, because your body's trying to get rid of it. You're not supposed to have 45 milligrams of lithium injected into your body. That's more than you would consume in a lifetime.
Oh, for sure. Unless you're catching fish off of some radioactive weird pond or something. Okay,
that's exactly right. Exactly right.
We got Lux Report here asking, Mike Martins, please ask him why on the safety sheet it does not list a death as possible side effect.
Well, it does actually. It says it does list cancer-causing agents, essentially.
Well, cancer. Everything leads to death, right?
No, there is a difference between acute death and death due to complications. So if someone strangulates you, that causes acute death. But if you had throat cancer, that is death due to complications.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's not directly involved. So like a gunshot wound is acute lead poisoning, right? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There's a direct result.
Right.
And what it is legalese for redirecting responsibility.
I understand. So it's like those people rioting and smashing things up are forming opinion.
Yes.
I'm being sarcastic, but you know what I mean, right? So, okay, so let's go back to one here. Now that we know that masks don't do anything not because we say so or because science says so, because Nancy Pelosi said so a couple of weeks ago.
Well, masks are for droplets. They're not for aerosol or virulent control at all.
Or lung infection disease.
Absolutely not. If you want to take a look, Google the different types of masks that are used for different types of things. You'll see a very, very different approach for different things. Like a drywall mask looks like this, and a mining mask looks like that, N95 looks like this. They have very different uses for very different types of contaminants into your body. The droplets, which are saliva, that's what your dental masks and what they want us to wear is for saliva, which is totally pointless. Pointless. Well, this is an air, from what I've seen, it's airborne.
Okay, so here, guys, here is a lineup of the queue. There's a queue here in Australia for people. Victoria announced its biggest single day for vaccinations on Saturday, which would be, because it's Sunday there now, and it's Saturday still here, with more than 21,600 people turning out to get the jab. Now, let me ask you, we talked about this the other day, about the protein not exhausting from the system and the vaccine, replicating in the body or creating or re-replicating itself in the body. What happens? Like, this doesn't have like an exhaust, so to say, a way out?
Well, I haven't seen what's inside the second injection yet. But your typical vaccine will have a simulated dead or dormant version of the virus, so your body can learn to identify it. Very much like a bouncer at the front door of a nightclub. He's trained to look at fake IDs, essentially, right? Mm-hmm. So what they're doing is they're giving your body a sample of essentially of what would be the virus itself.
Well, they told us the first jab will be that.
But and it's clearly not. It's chloroform and lithium is what it is, which is really disturbing. I had trouble sleeping after reading that, believe it or not. That is a very shocking. You would use that on like a cancer patient, but they don't even use that on a cancer patient. They use a similar compound, but it lasts for an hour. This lasts for 45 days. Very, very shocking.
That's why they're forming the blood clots in certain areas.
That's right. And this precursor drug that they're injecting you with does not affect your respiratory system. So it would not dilate your lungs, your lung tissue. It would do your lymphatic in your blood vessels. So whatever it is they want to give you afterwards is not going directly into your respiratory system, is going into your blood system and your nervous system, lymphatic system.
Wait times to receive the COVID-19 jab has skyrocketed as Victorians rush out in droves to get vaccinated. So let me ask you something. Okay, and it's going to get a little bit technical here, but how long do you think before they actually come out and say, "Oh, yeah"? Because can I tell you what my story, what I think they're planning to say?
Please do.
This is what I think is going to happen. They're going to come out and say, "Hey, now that we found out that this virus was man-made, this vaccine obviously is no longer, we made a mistake with the vaccine and we made a mistake with the ingredients because we were under the impression that it was from some stupid Batman soup in China and some wet market. Now they could use that and spin it for people that get sick from the vaccine and say, sorry, we did not know. And we were under the impression that this was some Batman soup. And then it's not. It was man-made. Now they could kind of use that. So how long do you think, if ever, they're going to come out in 6 months or a year saying that they made a mistake with this? And
now,
Yeah.
In my opinion, if they confirm that it is a man-made virus, a weaponized version of influenza, which it certainly appears to be, it actually appears to be more like SARS than influenza. If they do prove that it is actually weaponized, that means somebody released it onto the public, and anybody that died from it was murdered by essentially bioterrorist attack, right? Whether it was accidental or not, that would have to be investigated.
But the government has a way to get itself off the hook.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they'll just say, "Oh, we thought this thing was from a wet market." So obviously, we got the information to make this jab wrong.
We can blame some far-off, invisible boogeyman.
Yes.
Right? They could have some mysterious regime take the economic hit and responsibility for it.
Right.
On the other side of the ocean, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, they could say some black hand. They call themselves the Black Hand, and they've been
that
Shinzin
Serbian separatist
underground
group from the 1880s.
This underground Shinzin gang called themselves the Black Hand, have created this, and they've released it to the public. The Chinese authorities did not know about this until 2021 summer.
But they did, right? Do you remember the early days, what China was doing to combat the outbreak, right? They didn't close down their airports or anything, but they were whipping up hospitals as fast as they could.
You could come in from China to Canada.
Absolutely. You still can. You can still book a flight right now.
And there's no quarantine for Chinese.
No, there is not.
Nope.
The only quarantine you're going to get is when you try and come back in, right? Did you see? I don't know if anybody else saw this, but I'm on YouTube today. I'm seeing all these strange ads from the United States, and they are essentially attack ads against the Canadians for not opening up their border. The Americans want to come up here. We get millions every summer. They come up here and camp and cottage and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. We're starting to see pressure from our neighbors to the south.
The whole world could be open for 6 months. Every English-speaking country won't. Like, Australia's pulling this at BS. New Zealand looks like some guy's coughing right now as we speak at a phone booth, and he's on the phone booth. Someone's coughing at a phone booth right now in New Zealand. That's going to shut it down for 2 weeks. Then you got the UK. You got Scotty Boris Johnson. What's his name? Boris Karloff there in England, basically saying that, oh, by the way, I don't think we could open by June 20. We're going to probably have to move it back to September 13.
Right. And here in Ontario, they were flirting with opening up in June, right? The next 2 weeks, starting their 3-phased plan that they have. I find it very strange. The nefarious nature of dragging your feet. What is the motive behind this?
It's all political. I see my doctor like maybe once every 2 weeks because he comes and shops at my store.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And then I asked him, I go, dude, when's this thing gonna, this COVID thing's? He's like, Mike, please don't ask me that. I am not a politician. I'm a doctor.
Right. And that's a red flag right there, right? So he's already read between the lines on that one. Right,
yeah,
I don't have to point out what he was saying.
I'm a doctor.
Right. I had similar conversation with some friends and colleagues in the area around here. I'm just outside the GTA, and everyone's kind of sitting on the fence waiting because of this mysterious vaccine is supposed to be 60% of us. Now, I don't know anyone that's taken it.
It kind of reminds me of, I don't know a single human being that voted for Hillary Clinton in the 2017 election. I'm still looking for someone.
Right.
She won the popular vote.
That was also very mysterious. But the Americans have there's a major cultural shift taking place down there, right? And I believe in the long run it is healthy. I believe that they have essentially a circus like we do, and the rug will be pulled out from underneath it. Essentially, is what's happening. Because they want to spend $6 trillion this year. There isn't $6 trillion.
Well, the governments are spending more than what they're collecting. That's a major issue. And they think they could fill its coffers by bringing in rich foreign investors. But that worked for a while. But the only thing it did was put housing out of reach for the locals.
Right. So I want you to, if I had a large business, I would experiment. We'll make Mike dollars in the Mike Martin's store. You can print them off as much as you want. And you can try and buy things with them. Well, how long are you going to get? How far along would you get as a business doing that?
Not far.
Not very far at all, right? So I believe that some type of confrontation is going to have to take place probably this summer, because I doubt the 7 billion humans are going to take another winter of this without any clarification of what's really going on.
And when our politicians go to St. Bart, St. Lucia, Cuba,
right, or even their cottage, right, even their cottage an hour away, right, which we're technically not allowed to do. You know, you're not allowed to go on Crown land and camp. What is that all about?
Well,
you're not allowed to go camping.
A lot
in
of
Crown
people
land.
outside of the Commonwealth don't know. Americans do not know how lucky they are. America has no idea. People living in America who call themselves Americans, they don't even know how lucky they are.
Yes, because Americans have it so good. They do. I love America, by the way. Don't think I'm hating on them. They're less than 1% of them who get a passport every year, because most of them never leave the United States. They don't have to. They have everything but jungle. Right? And if you want a jungle, you could drive a few hours south in Mexico, and there's some jungle. So they're well taken care of and don't necessarily need to travel, right? So them going full isolationist, which is what I'm seeing now, we're right back in 1932, right? We're right back in 1932 again, where the Americans are not interested in foreign affairs. They're too busy retooling their culture and their society.
Well, that's what Woodrow Wilson's platform for being elected as the president before World War I was no interference with Europe. We don't want to go to war.
That's right. He also proposed something called the Great New Deal. Sound familiar?
Yes.
Very, very similar to what was happening, right? The Great New Deal also proposed taxes on methane on farms. Right? This is not a new story, right? They just put new bells and whistles on it.
So we got August Jones saying, glad to see you still have your show. Comments are moving really nicely. Hey, make sure, Jacob, you get on our Discord, eh?
I did. I'm having trouble getting on it because I have an old account, but don't worry, I'll be there.
Because you can post links to stuff in there, and then we have this. If you go below to the left on the side, we have live audio. I was on there last night talking. People were talking. We're all talking. It was like 13 of us talking at the same time.
Excellent. So, and if they ever come and try and silence you, you have options, right? That's to me. This is Napster all over again with the nonsense going on YouTube, right? Do you remember that when they sat in Congress back in the early 2000s? Like, listen, if you cancel us, the next company will come and be a massive giant.
That's right.
Because YouTube was the replacement of Napster. That's exactly what happened. A lot of people forget because they're too young. They don't know.
And the MySpace.
MySpace, that's right. They replaced that. And the people that were being crucified at the time, they said, listen, the next people that come along are going to be technical giants, and they'll be the ones dictating the rules to you. The only thing you're doing is like sawing your own legs off. Woo! And here we are 20 years later. They apparently are calling the shots. And like, you have a show because they allow it, right? We dance on this line all the time. I know several people that I worked with a similar capacity to yourself are gone. And this was recent. So we're the fog of war has descended upon the earth. This is where we're at right now. So if the fog of war is here, where's the war?
Right.
Well,
it's an economic takeover, right? It's an economic takeover. It's an economic. I just put that article up like a few seconds ago here. That's a house with no bedrooms sells for $1 million.
Right.
And so people are like, Mike, it's the land. I don't care. That's what they want you to think. It's the land. No, it's not.
Yeah, that is total BS. I want you to consider for a moment an entire generation of people our age, right? We're around the same age, that already own nothing. Remember they tell you own nothing and you'll be happy. We're already there anyways, right? So now we're sitting, we're all stuck in the basement now. So what's the next step? Are you going to have jobs for all these people? All right, we've already given up on the fact that we'll never own a home or have a family.
What really pisses me off is like environmentalists are going to, populations running rampant in Canada, out of control. Stop bringing in 600,000-700,000 people per year.
Right. Right.
You know, if
And
they stopped
where are these
immigration to
people going to
Canada,
work?
in 10 years, we'll be down 10 million people in 10 years.
Absolutely. And if you go to the other side of the pond, like Japan, they fully accept that their demographics were collapsing. And they said, we've been around for 3,000 years. We'll be around for 3,000 more. We'll handle it. It didn't scare them. For some reason, it really, really scared us over here.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I believe that the very tiny art house liberals that run Canada are terrified we'll get absorbed by the United States. Terrified of it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Despite doing everything in their power to earn it. Right. And I would just say the Americans have treated us far better than you ever did.
Woo!
Right. At least you can buy a house in Alabama. Right. If you worked at a gas station.
Yeah, you don't have to. I know what you mean. All right,
Yeah,
Jacob.
exactly.
Jacob, it's been a great 22 minutes, buddy. I appreciate you coming on and giving us an update. And yeah, join us on Discord. We'll see you later. We'll get you on in the next week or two when we got more updates on what's happening. And we'll talk soon. I appreciate your input.
Well, I'm at your service always.
God bless you, Jacob. We'll be speaking to you soon.
Cheers.
Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Jacob Marin. Jacob, two-time world champion. We got Liam. Liam, I think he is... Okay, here he is right here. He's sending me images. I think he's still... I don't know if he got out of jail in Thailand. I'm not sure if he's still in jail. We'll find out.
Hello.
Liam, hi. How you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good. I got your messages here. Are you still in prison?
No. That was a long time ago.
Okay. So, all right, let's go really quick here on what's going on with... oh, damn, you sent me this thing here. I'm just trying to open. Give me a sec here. I want to go to the images you sent me. Okay, here they are. Okay, what are these images, bud? Where are you, for starters? Where are you?
Sorry, say again?
Where are you right now?
What am I or where
No,
am
where
I?
are you?
Oh, same as before, Thailand.
Okay, so what are these images you're sending me here?
Yeah, so you're talking about that $1 million box, right?
Yeah. Are these the images from it?
No, these are images from something in Thailand, and I'd like the audience to have a guess at how much would this be.
Okay, people in the comments, how much would this be? Are we talking about per week, per month, per night?
Per month. You could say US dollars per month.
US dollars. Okay, hold on. Let me. I don't know why, but I accidentally closed the images. Give me 1 second here. Guys, tell us per month in US dollars what you think this place, I'll bring it back right now, would cost.
So it's 1 bedroom, fully furnished, 5-star quality, 100 meters from the beach in a major resort city.
All right, people are going to catch up right now. People are catching up to the comments right now because we have a little bit of a lag. In US dollars, guys, how much would be per month in US dollars for this beautiful place? It's got a nice view. It's got a nice tiled shower. In Portugal, that we use these tiles in Portugal all the time.
Yeah, apparently it's meant to be the French theme, but...
Everything that's either Portuguese or whatever, it's always like French or Italian. The Portuguese got zero influence around the world. And even though they have a big base in Thailand. I don't know if you've seen that Portuguese flag there by the floating market.
I haven't actually seen that. No, I'll have to.
There's a flag where you dock for the floating market, and you're going to see it, and you'll be like, oh my God, there's a massive Portuguese flag in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so how much is this place? Okay, 600, 500, we're getting $260 US per month and a key, $480 trust to silence. Peter O'Brien saying $500. King Brown is saying $600. Wise Faria is $2,500. $2,000 says Scott. $850 per month says August Jones. $300 US says Purple Girl. At least $2,000. Okay, so tell us, Liam, how much does this cost you per month?
So it's the grand total of $190 US.
Per month.
Yeah, 190. Insane, right?
Jesus wept.
See the lifestyle you can get for the money, right?
Jesus wept. $190 US, fully furnished. Wow. You know, I'm going to tell you something, Liam.
Like, I don't live there, but I'm just showing you something that I found. But I don't actually live there. But
you could move in if you'd like to, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Liam, you know the property tax on this place here for $1 million is roughly like 600. Okay, let's get really 500 a month for this place.
Mm-hmm.
So just the property tax alone on this place could cover your rent in that place you showed us, and your food and probably other stuff and a couple of parties.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So why would you live there, right?
I don't understand what's going on, dude.
And actually, that's why there is actually a big exodus of people that are fairly wealthy, or they can work remotely on the internet, digital nomad lifestyle. There's a lot of people that have moved out of the Western world and moved to Asia, because as long as they got internet connection, they can live anywhere in the world, right? Why do you need to be stuck in offices or $1 million sheds?
Mm-hmm. So you're looking at about 2,300. Somebody commented there at Mr. In Between's about 2,300 US a year for rent. And I was in Thailand for 2 months, and my rent was, but it was like a penthouse I was in downtown Bangkok. But I wasn't close to the beach because I was in Bangkok. But I was right in the city hub, and and for 1 month it cost me like $225 US. But that was like 3 bedrooms. It had 3 different balconies on 3 different sides. I had a balcony in my bedroom.
Yeah.
Hot tub.
The lifestyle you can get for the money is amazing, right? But obviously, if you're earning a local salary, then yeah, it's a lot of money for a local person. But if you're a digital nomad, it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
But also regarding a slightly different subject, you're talking about, now they're saying it's man-made, etc., right?
But could this be a precursor to? Oh yeah, by the way, we kind of made a mistake on the vaccine because we were misinformed. We thought it was from some bat soup in wet market, so now they could spin the story any way they want.
Well, they couldn't. I don't think they could really say that, because wouldn't they have inspected the virus to know exactly what it is?
I don't even think they went that far. I don't even think they actually went that far. The Chinese that were there, I guess the military and stuff that were closed off that area, they made it really clear. And then when Australia wanted to start sniffing around there to find out what's going on with this, they're getting sanctioned to death, and now they're being threatened with military attack.
But I'm sure you know that the people at the top of the chain, they know what this is. They know everything about it. They knew it from day one. They knew it before it even happened.
So, someone's asking what the COVID life is out there. Is it what's going on there in Thailand? Are you guys open, or do you have the Indian/ball juice wave?
We have everything, and it's in lockdown right now. But it's a lockdown in everything but name. So then they're scared to say the name of that word, but basically they're enforcing things that turn everything into lockdown. So you can't drink alcohol, bars are closed, restaurants takeaway only, everything closes before 11 p.m. So all the 24-hour 7-Elevens, they have to close at 9, 10 or 11 p.m., something like that. But I wanted to ask you a quick question before we go. Have you looked at the animation iPad Go 2 recently?
No. Should I?
You might want to check it out, because everything that is happening right now is all displayed in that animation. And that animation, I think, is 7, 8, 9 years old now.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually shows you the issue with China in there and the possible war with China. It shows you the vaccine. It shows you COVID. It shows you the economic collapse. It shows you everything.
Can you put the link in our Discord? Maybe put the link on there, and I could get people like directed to it.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
So Thailand's in lockdown. Wow, man, I'm really sorry, but at least your rent's like less than $200 US a month, and I could vouch to that because I lived in Thailand for 2 months, and I think I spent more money. The cheapest thing was shelter for me.
Yeah, like the lockdown is really only happened for like the last month. Before that, everything was open, everything's normal. So for pretty much the last year, it's only been in lockdown for a month to basically 2
So
months.
So guys, I'm showing you a fully furnished place in Thailand for less than $200 per month. Wow. I don't know. And the property tax you'll be paying on this dump in Toronto is actually more. You probably maybe $400 or $500 a month in property tax for this place if you want to have it.
So emigrate, get out of the.
I don't know what's gonna happen. All right, Liam, thanks for the update. Come on the show, please. Can you get on our Discord if you don't mind, and
Okay,
share us? I would really appreciate you sharing some of these photos with us there.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
All right, God bless you, Liam. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, that's our correspondent for the channel out of Thailand giving us an update on what's going on. All right, so let's go back. So, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so let's go back to this story, right? Hold on, where is it here? Okay, so this is the queue of people lining up outside to get the jab. And then we got Yemenis deal heavy blows to Saudi Arabia in major multi-pronged operation. So this is a win for the Yemenis here. They've been under illegal attacks by the Saudis and just pillaging and destroying Yemen. Oh my God. I got some good news for all you guys out there, stand-up comedians. You could use this one. Animals can breathe through their butts and oxygen up the wazoo may work for humans too. This is great news, guys. So, yeah, this is phenomenal news. I hope everybody's enjoying this news. But this is Canada. This is what Canada's talking about here. I think they're running out of things to talk about in Canada. China warns of global financial bubble could burst. Now, what are they hedging with? Are they getting gold? What's China hedging with, right? So this graph actually is a pretty good one. This one right here actually explains it a little bit better. This one goes into China's debt level is the highest among major emerging markets. So this kind of shows you where other countries are at right now and what they're sitting at when it comes. Look at Luxembourg. But this is the GDP ratio, so keep that in mind, guys. So, door-to-door vaccines offered in Ottawa's most vulnerable. Door-to-door vaccines in Ottawa. So we had them in Lexington, Kentucky, being reported. Do we really want to return to normal if normal is destroying the planet? So now, I had someone talk to me about a month and a half ago that basically said that they were on a conference call with a couple of higher ups and they were discussing, and what they were talking about actually shook me to the core. I was told that they were talking about trying to make climate change awareness as big as COVID impact has been with lockdowns and keeping people basically locked up. And making climate change that big. Like, oh my God, we need to lock this planet down. And that's what they're actually proposing. And they're trying to find ways to make climate change. Or is it climate crisis? Or is it global warming? It changes every week. So you know what I'm saying here. So here it is, guys. So that scared me when I was told that. And the person's very credible that told me. They're reluctant to get to get vaccinated. Will a knock on the door help? So I can't read this. So it says here, as the demand shrinks, the city is turning door-to-door outreach to overcome vaccine skepticism. Nobody I know took the shot, one man said. So, okay. So here it is. More news out of Australia. More than 107 venues on virus alert, including Chadstone Shopping Centre and La Trobe University. More than 170 venues are listed as COVID exposure sites in Victoria, including Melbourne's biggest shopping center. Why? Is it because Facebook says so? Who's saying so? Who are these? I like this how they make this up. Venues are COVID exposure sites. COVID exposure sites. That's a COVID exposure site right there. On virus alert. Wow. Dubai coin surges 1,000% and nosedives in one day as Emirates government claims new crypto is a scam. So they started this new Bitcoin, or this new Dubai currency, and it went up from 17 cents to $1.13, making a huge gain as market leaders like Bitcoin, Ether, Dogecoin, and others had all declined by 10% overnight. So, yeah, Dogecoin. Is it Dogecoin or Dogecoin? There will be a next. Where will the next deflationary shock come from? Wherever I hear numbers like this, I look back at my childhood growing up in Hungary, where the value of money meant nothing. I'm very worried that this is an unstoppable situation because the longer the Fed waits, the more they will have to raise rates. So we're basically painting ourselves into a box, and I don't see how we're going to get out of it. And that's a very good way to paint it or to say it, because they're going to have to do like that whole Reagan thing when the Reagan administration came in. And look at the price of gold in January 1980. And look at it by March 1980. Look at how gold spiked to extremely high levels. Okay. We got Lord Humongous in the comments. We got Layla. Okay, let's move on here. Election victory reflects Syrians' warm feeling for Assad, says analyst. So now, I'm going to kind of explain this election to you guys. Here in Canada, everyone thinks, oh, these are all murderers and butchers, because they're following the lamestream Mickey Mouse media that's been misinforming people. Here on the show, there's a good chance I could call somebody in Syria right now. Layla used to live in Syria, but now she's living in Egypt. But I could call somebody and find out what's going on there if I really need to. But to be really, really frank with you guys, this was a very transparent election. This election was actually a barometric election, like they did in Venezuela. And it was very transparent. And they had people from Poland overseeing it, Germany, I think Iceland, Australia were overseeing this election. And he won, I think, by a landslide. Because they want someone that's going to actually stand up for the people. An American human rights expert and peace activist says the overwhelming victory of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad in this week's election reflects the nation's positive sentiment towards the Syrian head of state who has led the country's fight against terrorism over the past decade. Now, here, I'm in my store doing my business, and someone's talking about, yeah, that Bashar al-Assad is a murderer and this and that. It's like, people are so misinformed. And they have a college degree. They're so misinformed. Did college degree melt your brain into thinking that you could drive any way you like? You could talk back to anyone you like? You could... I'm not going to get into it. Just, yeah. So Layla said, let's get Layla on the show. She's from Syria. Let's get her on the show right now. And let's find out what is going on there for that, what's going on. Because this is important. This is very important that we discuss this. Because the transparency between human beings, you think we're connected. Oh, I'm on my phone. I can see what's happening in Australia right now. Yeah, but the news you're getting, or the reviews you're getting, or the coverage you're getting, is all doctored, and it's what you're supposed to be getting, because no one's really... That's why they're trying to pass Bill C-10 in Canada, to make sure people have no way of knowing outside of Canada what's really happening in here, because they're going to control and shut down channels like this. And I've been going live for years now. All right, let's find Layla. She's in my favorites. Let's give her a call right now. She's in our Discord, by the way. If you need to speak to her, she could be more than happy to talk to you there in Discord. I got some people asking me for friend requests here. Hopefully she turns on her Skype. Oh, she's saying hang on, Mike. Okay, so let's give her a few seconds here. So this is the article here I wanted to share with you guys. And what else is going on here? U.S. warship fails to intercept mid-range ballistic missile targeted amid reports of Russian spy ship off of Hawaii. So that's another one. U.S. Missile Defense Agency said that an Aegis ship fired 2 SM-6 interceptors but failed to hit the medium-range ballistic target. So they're having troubles intercepting things. So here's the Starcom chief. That's, again, this could be clickbait. It's up to you to decipher it how you... Okay, there's Layla. Hey, Layla, how you doing?
The article here I wanted to share with.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Are you still in Egypt?
Yes.
Okay.
I just renewed my residence. They gave me 6 months. I'm so happy I can do my work. You know,
Okay.
I might bring my mom over. She wants to visit.
Good for you.
Lots of good things to do here. You all should come here.
Yeah, I should.
Y'all
I
should
will
visit.
visit Egypt sometime. I will definitely go to. Are you closer to Cairo, Thebes?
I'm in Cairo. No, I haven't been able to. I lie, actually. I've been only to Alexandria, but I haven't been able to do Luxor and Dahab and the others. They say it's a bit too warm right now for these places, so I might have to go to the fall. And I'm also really, really busy working, and I'm adding a few things to my portfolio. So it's just been busy studying, really, really loaded. My side hustle, a whole lot of things. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's get back to this. A lot of people won't believe this. I tried telling this to somebody today that was saying that this was posted today, that Bashar al-Assad won by a landslide. And I told this to someone in my store, and they told me that this is fake news and that I don't know what I'm talking about, and he's a murderer, and because CNN said so.
Yeah, of course. He's a murderer because he is actually operating against Israel, along with Hezbollah and Iran, and with the backing of Russia. To be fair, So of course this doesn't work with the Ziocons and the liberals and everybody in the West. It doesn't work, and so they've got him listed as a terrorist. And the thing is that they haven't been able to do anything about Assad, and they lost the war to Syria, even though it was a very tough war, and there's still some tidbits going on. But I think their narrative is falling apart. And now with the issues in Palestine, with Gaza and all of that, if you've been following a little bit Fox News and CNN and the garbage over there, they're pulling up these so old, really old and worn out narratives like anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism are the same and all of that, and it's like, it's getting so boring, and then people are just seeing through this. And then this clever woman came up on Fox News against Ben Shapiro, and she said that Hamas and Israel are actually one, and a lot of people don't really know that. They think that people support Hamas, but actually Hamas is based out of Qatar, and it's sponsored by Qatar, and the whole GCC region, everything Saudi, UAE, Qatar is actually Zionist. It's a Zionist base, with the UAE most recently, like the open agreement. They've always had an agreement, like since their founding, but now it's just been, it's just been a lot more. So it's been official, and then after that, you started to see, the LGBT agenda rolling out in the UAE, the COVID agenda rolling out, the freedom bracelets. And all of that. So you can see how there's all of these collaborations across all of these different items that drive Zionism, and the degeneracy that comes with it. So actually there is an axis, which is the Hezbollah, Syria, Iran axis, that are against this. Now, a lot of people say that they're actually, they actually accommodate the agenda, the Zionist agenda, but I can see why people say that. But I'm not convinced 100%. A lot of Sunni Muslims say that. They also are obsessed with their prophecies and things like that. And
Right.
One of their prophecy was going to be that, that Bashar was going to lose and be replaced, and there was going to be a whole change in the region. Well, they've,
This
they've
was
got
a
to
very
stop that.
transparent election. It wasn't like a Mickey Mouse one with ballot counting. This was a biometric with fingerprint election.
Yeah, that's the thing. In Syria, we do fingerprint everything. And actually, it is not new at all. So it's not because of what's going on in the world, although, of course, you want to be concerned about that. right? But as far as I remember, like when I was 10, 9, and we'd go to Syria, we'd do our fingerprints, like we would stamp them, we would stamp our fingerprints. We always have, always have, so it's actually a very high surveillance state. It's not, it's not easy living there. There are good things that, they're working against this agenda, and they're not in the United Nations, and they're not in the IMF. I mean, these are amazing things compared to everything else that's going on in the world. But
Not a
still
single
within
person
Syria,
wearing a mask there.
I have to show you pictures of Damascus. Like there was recently like on Christmas, for example. Christmas in Damascus is amazing. It's such a beautiful thing. And recently there was the Easter celebrations. You should go on Treka Z. I'm going to send you the link. He's really funny. He has a tiny channel, but he's a bit of a comedian, and he understands a lot of things about the West and the East and the Middle East, and he's very good at filming these wonderful events in Syria. And so there was the Orthodox Easter recently, and the main Easter that happens in a very, very special church in Syria, in a place called Malula, which is where they speak Aramaic. And it's just amazing, it's so beautiful to watch. And it's a real culture. It's a real people, people are from different religions. All the religions come from, like all monotheist religions, they come from the Middle East, and Syria is a place where you really feel that. So it's so nice. Yeah. Hopefully one day you'll be able to make it. I think things will improve. But right now, with what's going on with Palestine and Gaza issues, we're going to have to wait this out a little bit.
Yeah. Can you?
But sorry, Mike. I think I went off on a tangent. Just to answer you, I think the elections are not 100% transparent, but I think they're more transparent than in other places. And I think they're a lot more transparent than people are willing to admit.
Right.
I mean, it's just part of, with that Western narrative, like that guy was telling you. So, yeah, I mean, I was planning to vote, and then I forgot, and then I couldn't manage the time. But I don't even know if I could actually go to the embassy here and vote. I don't know that, actually. It's the first time ever I do something like that, or thought of it.
Interesting. So can you comment on your favorite city in the world, Toronto? A house in Toronto with no bedrooms just sold for more than $1 million.
Woo! I love these stories. Yeah.
Well, this is a true story.
It's garbage. I can't even imagine how much the houses are going for where I was staying. Mike, I was living close to Yorkville. It was, at the time, like in 2013, when I arrived, 2014, they were saying that the average semi-detached home was $2 to $3 million. I really think it's way more right now.
Oh, yeah.
And this is like Lower Forest Hill, Forest Hill and Lower Forest Hill. These, like the best of Toronto. Of course they're gonna add affordable housing, like right in Rosedale, because they gotta crash every last nice place they have, so that it all looks like the Danforth. With the jets and shit.
Now that you're on the phone, now that you're talking to me, I actually want to ask you something, because I'm not sure what they're asking in this article. I speak English, but I don't understand it. Okay. So it says here, Virginia gym teacher placed on leave after refusing to say biological boy can be a girl at school board meeting. What the hell does that mean? I'm confused.
I saw that.
But what does it mean?
Oh, Mike, I love your show. I love you. I love, when I read that, I was like, see how they do it? See how they do it? And here's what. Don't let this garbage confuse you, because that is exactly what they're trying to do.
But what are they trying to say?
It is completely meaningless. Completely meaningless.
Like a Seinfeld episode?
Yeah, even worse, much worse. Much worse. It's unbelievable what they do. So pay attention to these headlines. Pay attention, and it's not just in the headlines. It's in the text. It's in, every other paragraph. Pay attention to what they're saying. They're not saying anything meaningful.
Okay, but okay. What are they? But what are they trying to tell? I don't know what this means. Is what I'm trying to say. Is like
Exactly. I can't help you there. I don't know what it means either. Did you read the article?
I
I'll
read
have to be
a
honest. I
portion
didn't
of
read
it. I
much of
just he's being placed on leave in Loudoun County Public Schools. Confirms on to Fox News. Spokesperson Wade Byron did not go into the details of decision of regarding Cross and said that it was not the principal's and clarified that the teacher has been placed on administrative leave with pay. So I don't know. I don't know what this is. I don't even know why. That's why I brought it up and I had you on the phone and I wasn't ask you.
Exactly. Exactly. It's not even clear what the issue is it?
No. So I'm
Exactly.
not sure. I guess that's just to rile the people up and maybe form an opinion and start trashing people's private property.
Exactly. No, it's probably also to cause division and divisiveness between people. You know, it's complete nonsense. You know, and you know, these transgender garbage stories are coming out. There's this idiot from New Zealand who's in the Tokyo Olympics. So he's a guy, obviously, but he's what is he, a rugby player or something? No, something lifting. You know, going to play against women, and then this woman, you know, this young girl in the U.S. You know, I think she's suing. But it's just so sad what they're doing to girls, eh? They just, you know, it's just so sad.
Reminds
what they're
me,
doing
I wish I could play that episode.
And these are the same people. These are the same people who want to pull off the garbage Me Too movement. Yeah,
You know,
these are the people who want to tell you that they support consent and all of that. And look at what they're doing in the back door. Never believe them. Anytime they tell you they're for you, they are doing the exact opposite. They're decimating women. And now with the UBI and women's businesses like the salon and all of that, they're going to decimate them, and then they're going to put them all on the UBI.
I wish I could play that episode of South Park where this new athlete was joining the women's like all that stuff that women would do like in the Olympics, right? And this guy looked like Macho Man Randy Savage. That was joining the women's and said, "I'm not here to talk about my transition. I'm gonna rip everybody apart." You know what I'm saying? And that was really good. And South Park is the only politically correct show to me that makes any sense anymore. And Family Guy sometimes, but I want to see if I could get the clip rolling for you guys. Hold on.
You know, Mike, it reminds me of an episode where Ben Shapiro, I have nothing good to say about Ben Shapiro, but he, you know, he pretends to be, you know, like white and conservative and all of that, but you know where he's from. So one day Ben Shapiro was sitting in like a talk show, and this transgender guy gets really annoyed with Ben Shapiro because Ben Shapiro was challenging him. And you know what the trans guy says? Like the guy who's pretending to be a woman, he's like, you know, we'll take it outside after the show. You know? It's like, yes, you are exactly a woman. You know, we can tell.
Okay, so hold on. I gotta open that link now. Let me see. South Park. What's it called? Olympics. Let's see if that Macho Man guy comes up. I don't want to get in trouble. Oh yeah, I'm not here to talk about my transition. Here it is, guys. I hope I don't get in trouble for this, but I'm gonna play it with the screen beside me.
Champion of the strong woman competition. Miss Woman, do you feel ready?
Okay, she's ready. I'm gonna fast forward through this. Chop through.
Trans athlete.
And then they have a new athlete that's coming in.
Well, kind of bigot.
Miss.
And here he is, right here. So there's the new athlete that's coming in. I don't know if you can see this, Layla, but he looks like Macho Man Randy Savage.
Be competing today.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how free I feel now that I've started identifying as a woman.
Yeah. So let me pause it here so the algorithm doesn't pick it up.
Now that I can compete as female, I'm ready to smash the other girls.
All right, let me pause
I'm watching,
it.
but I think there's a delay.
No, I'm pausing it so the algorithm doesn't catch it.
And is it correct you just started identifying as female 2 weeks ago?
I'm not here to talk about my transition.
Woo! Let me get a woo here. Woo! 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 Oh man. Let me. I should make one little clip here.
I'm here to kick some
What are you gonna say? Seriously, what are you gonna say?
Kick some ass. Let me tell you, kick some my trans.
2 weeks ago.
I'm not here to talk about my transition.
I love this show. I love this show. I love South Park. I hope I don't get in trouble from that. Usually what would happen is South Park, like the creators will see Mike in the Night use your clip, and usually they ignore it. They're like, whatever, let him use it. He's promoting us. But some people or some companies would ask me to remove it or take it down. But usually they, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
So all right, your friends on the news here, if you don't mind sticking around. Trudeau claims, now, can you help me with this one? Trudeau claims racism when grilled about Chinese military scientists. I'm not understanding.
Yes, I saw that.
What does that mean?
I saw that. Did you watch the actual clip? I think he was in Parliament. It was question period. It was, what's her name? She's good. She called in from, she's working from home, and she questioned him about some things about China, and he completely went off on a tangent. I saw that. I saw the actual question period. And so basically he didn't answer anything about what she raised. I think she raised some good points, surprisingly. Things about taxes and money coming in and things like that. Things we normally talk about. And then he went off on a complete tangent. So basically he didn't answer anything she had to say, and just what do you call it? Just virtue signaling all the way.
Just a quick report here. Virtue signaling, the greatest virtue signaler of North America that ever existed on the planet in the universe. Just like Joe Biden was the most voted for president in the universe. Anyways, guys, Ricky Spanish, I think, is still in jail, so he won't be getting back to us today. Everyone's asking if Ricky Spanish could come on, but Ricky Spanish, I think he's still in jail. So, anyways.
That is too bad. So, Mike, like, if you say he's in jail, do you mean like he can't go on YouTube for some reason, or?
Well, no, he's in jail. He can't make a phone call.
Or you're just kidding?
No, he got arrested a few weeks ago for drinking tequila, and he started talking, and they arrested him in the States, and then he got out, and then they
really?
Yeah.
That's not a joke?
No, it's for real.
Oh, damn. That is bad news. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that is bad news. Okay.
Okay,
He's
so
okay.
So what else? What can you tell? Like, none of this is making sense. Like, the people that these are public servants. Okay, they're rolling with our money. They're doing what they want with our money. I think a lot of these public servants that can't answer these questions, I think they should take their shit and shove it back up their ass, because I'm getting tired of these goddamn asshole public servants. I'm sorry for having to.
Yeah. Yes, I think that is absolutely correct, and it is very problematic that people see them as leaders. They forget that presidents are employed by the people, or at least constitutionally, that's how it should be. That people in government, including the president, all the way up to the president, they are employed by the people to deliver for the people according to the Constitution. And you see people by the masses hailing and clapping and worshiping these people, and just falling for them like they're some kind of savior. And this is so wrong. It's very, very important to demote them, to downsize them for what they really are. Public servants. It's a problem, the way the politics runs, and everywhere. It's not just in Canada or the US. Everywhere people see them as leaders. They're not. They're hired by the people. They're employed by the people to work for them. They don't owe you representation. Mike, there was a Supreme Court in the 1800s, Supreme Court order in the late 1800s. I forget the name of the MP, but he was voted in by some people in Canada. I think it was a part of Ontario. And then they got disappointed that he didn't vote according to what they wanted in Parliament. They sued him. The people lost, because the Supreme Court turned around and said there is nothing in the law that binds an MP to make a promise to the people and live up to that promise in Parliament.
Well,
and that's by law.
Well, they won't get voted in if they don't lie.
Yeah, but then there's nothing that binds them. That's the problem. is that, they make it into parliament, into any area of government, the Senate, the House, whatever, and there is nothing in the law that binds them to represent the will of the people. How does that happen? And then they go in and they change this and they change that. And there's like what you call them, Christmas bills. I love that. Christmas bills. That's exactly what they do. They're always passing these bills when no one knows, when no one's paying attention, how many bills are happening. The other day, Blunt in the Discord, he was pointing out to something that was on the procurement, worms. Was it Blunt? I think. All of these, procurement orders, the bills, they're running their business like completely independent, as though there's no one living in that land. No issues there.
Nothing to see here, folks.
Yeah, right?
Nothing to see here, folks. Move along. These aren't the droids you're looking for.
They really should be held accountable, but actually that's not what I believe. I believe something a bit more.
Right here, you want to see some more public? This was sent to me by... on Discord here. This was sent to me earlier today on Discord. Let me put it on full screen. A bunch of public servants here pointing at this guy here, basically telling him to put his... Look, they're shoving his mask on his face. They're telling him if he doesn't leave and stop filming. No, you're a public servant. You're serving the public, and we film you to make sure you're doing a good job. I feel sorry for public servants. Like half these people could never work in the private sector. A lot of these people, you know what I'm saying? They're just not competent to work in the private sector. Hello? Are you crying?
No, I lost you.
Oh.
I switched my connection actually because I was losing you.
Oh, okay, no problem. But so we got Order Divine Warrior. This channel might be shut down. I think I anger all these trolls. The situation is lose control. I'm leaving this channel. And what are people saying here? 8 cops putting a mask on a lady's face. Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh gosh, do you remember some of the sites we saw in Australia a little bit early on in Melbourne?
Yeah.
How aggressive they got. Do you remember that?
Yeah, they were tackling people.
Windows in Australia. My God.
These people will never be hired into the private sector.
Again, right?
No one's going to hire these people into the private sector. I'm a private sector. I have my business. I make my money. You know what I'm saying? And if I want to hire somebody, I can. It's not a big deal. But when I know that people were involved with this and they were enforcing this, I don't want these people working for me. What are you going to do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they're going to be militarized. They're going to be militarized. There's going to be some kind of merger. Where did I see that? I think in Mexico, Mike, the border police or the border control in Mexico is being militarized. I think, a lot of Americans think that Mexico is like a haven. I'm not so sure. First of all, it's a NAFTA. Second, it's a digital nation, and it's implementing digital IDs. And it works very closely with the United Nations for immigration purposes and refugee purposes. So it's, they're great in some ways, but, better be aware what's happening. Like I read, that was last year, I think. Their border control is being militarized. It's being trained by some kind of military arm of the United Nations. What does that tell you?
It tells you a lot.
And the other day in Toronto, there was a shooting somewhere nearby. At a lawyer's place. Like it was a bit of a shock because it was in a wealthier area. And you should see what the police looked like. They came with
SWAT team militarized. Yeah.
Totally. And, someone got it on film and they're like, what is going on in Toronto? Like we've never seen police carrying weapons like that. Yes, it's a crime scene and everything, but there was something a bit off. Like, the locals know they've lived there many, many years, and they know they're used to it. And that was off,
Okay, Layla. It's been 23 great minutes talking to you. We'll have you on in the next week or so and give us an update on what's going on in the Middle East there. And don't work too hard. And we'll stay in touch. Be good, okay, Layla? God bless you.
You too, Mike. God bless. Take care.
Take care. Bye. That is Layla out of Egypt, talking about what's going on. I just got a message from Supreme Cannon saying his internet hates him.
Ricky's back.
Okay, what's going? Ricky Spanish. I don't think I could try calling him. I don't know if he's because I know he got in trouble and went to jail for drinking tequila. So, okay, guys, one more time. We're not here to discuss our transition. So,
His female 2 weeks ago.
I'm not here to talk about my transition. I'm here to kick some f***ing ass.
yeah, there you go. There's the new attendees there for the female Olympics athletic strong woman competition. So there it is. That's what's happening in our world right now. And freedom bracelets. People that are not wearing their freedom bracelets in I don't know where they have Israel, where they have these freedom bracelets that are happening. Okay. Sad about Ricky. I could call Ricky Spanish and see where he is. Civil serpents are there. Yeah, civil serpents. That's what they are. They play with our money. They do what they want. And they basically, they're making fun of us is what they're doing. Grindhouse cartoons, that's Dano saying Layla is like a deep cover super secrets agent. And Peter O'Brien saying, Layla, I love hearing your perspective on the Middle East. Lord Humongous saying Layla is a superhero. Yeah. So, you know, the freedom bracelet thingy that's going around, or whatever they're calling it, that they're trying to, okay, I don't know, guys, tell me in the comments where it is. They're like, if you've taken the jab, there's a bracelet you could wear that identifies that you've been, you know, and you're spreading awareness, like other people to know, look, I'm taking the jab and stuff. Well, this is what happens. This is what's going to happen to you in the next 6 months when you don't take the jab. So I just kind of stole this to show you guys.
To go on stage. Woof. You don't talk to me like that, you little piece of shit. Get the.
So I kind of wanted to show that to you guys. A little bit graphic, but if you don't wear your bracelets, this episode here was about this freedom bracelet that they're supposed to wear. And it got pretty hectic there with Mickey Mouse. So you don't play around, you know, when I'm just trying to break it up a bit here on the show. Everything's so serious right now. We're too serious tonight, so we got to kind of break it up a bit here. Mike, freedom bracelet is to let you quarantine at home instead of a hotel. Oh, okay. Okay, let's call Matthew. Let's call Matthew in Australia right now. He's telling me that he's in a 5-mile radius lockdown, and there's drones flying around. And there's all kinds of stuff happening in his area, in his neck of the woods. Let's find him here. Matthew, where is he? He's supposed to be at the top here. He's my favorite. Here he is. Let's give him a call here. Matthew, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Mike.
Good to hear from you.
Sorry, I'll just get my speaker right.
I can hear you perfectly. Oh, you just muted me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly, buddy.
Sweet. Got it sorted. Yeah, lockdown again.
Okay, so what is going on in Victoria, Australia, with this 5-kilometer and this drone? Apparently, there's little signs up that certain areas there now are being patrolled by drones.
Could be. I haven't really been out to look at any of it. Yeah, because they say that Indian variant has come and the hotel quarantine Adelaide, and then someone shifted to Melbourne, and then they've got out, and then
okay,
all these.
Matthew, how do they expect people to take this seriously, for real?
I'm not taking it serious. I think
No, but
it's
how do
all
they
a joke.
expect the people to take this seriously? Or is 90% of Australia out to lunch?
I think the people who watch mainstream stuff, they just take it like, oh yeah, it's happening. They don't argue with what the media says. They argue with me though. I
Interesting.
tell them about all the vaccine stuff, and they shrug it off like I know nothing about it.
And do these people know that China's been threatening Australia militarily wise and taking over and all this stuff the last week or so?
The newspapers I keep seeing with China based with war going on, but I don't know. It's like they just keep talking about it. Nothing's actually happening.
Well, it's all talk. It's saber rattling, right? So, all right. So, what's this 5 mile radius thing mean?
Essentially, like last year, how we had everything locked down, basically, essential businesses open. See, my golf course shut down the other day because it's not essential, but I can still work because the golf course needs working on still.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, everyone's basically stuck at home. Can't really do much.
This is bizarro. So people are like, and you can see the lineups. Let me get you a picture here, guys, of the lineups. People queuing up for this vaccination. They say that droves of people are lining up for this vaccination in Australia.
There's a raceway half a mile from my place. They've turned that into a vaccination hub. And I was driving through last week. It wasn't too busy, but I can just assume that lots of people have started going into there. And someone from my work said there's a site near him too, which has just overnight become like a really populated area for them.
Here's the deal with this. I'm reading this and it's saying that some people have to wait 6 hours in line.
Yeah, it's funny how they make people ring up first to book in. And it's funny how the lockdown was brought in the very day they said it's not 50 plus age, it's 40 plus now. And it's the very day they said, yeah, we're getting locked down. So then it's almost like they go, people aren't going to get the shot, therefore we shut everything down, allow them time to just go and get the shot and make sure they do nothing else.
A lot of people in the outside of the Commonwealth don't know how draconian your last lockdown was. It 32 weeks or 28 weeks?
Yes, pretty
5
long.
week, and you had a 5 mile radius, and you had to have tracking apps on you. You had to print off crap if you wanted to visit family. You weren't allowed to have more than 2 family members over. People were still buying it then, and they're buying it today.
Yeah, they are. And the last few weeks they've increased the amount of, if you go into this business, you have to sign in with your phone before you go in. It's just been on the up and up for all the surveillance. Same with my work too. They've implemented that. I pretty much have to log into the government app before I start work.
Man, this reminds me of a really bad episode of G.I. Jose. It's like you're not. I don't know. It's like, half of the intelligence or half of the war is knowing, right?
Mm.
We're not knowing anything anymore. We're being told what we should be knowing, and none of it makes any sense, Matthew. And then now, how long is this lockdown for? A week, they said, or 2 weeks?
They said a week, but the news this morning has put up that exposure sites are coming all around Melbourne. And they say, this Indian variant, it spreads quick. So it's really strange how people are just taking it as face value.
2 weeks ago.
I'm not here to talk about my transition.
Buddy, gotta kind of break this up a little bit because we're getting. I don't mind being serious, but it's getting out of control, man. This is getting really bad.
And it's funny. I said to someone about 3 to 4 weeks ago. I said they're going to lock us down again. There's too much in the background they've got to implement. He goes, "Oh no, you're full of BS." I said, "You watch." And
well,
then
you got Boris Karloff there in England saying that they can't open for June 20. They might have to reopen in September.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Oh, and also the World Economic Forum doing a simulation for global cyber attacks. So just like they did it with the...
Oh, yeah, they're going to practice it and give it a few dry runs before it actually happens. Yeah, they always practice BS. Matthew,
Yeah,
you're a smart guy. You know, you're prepared. You've been preparing. You've been watching us. You've been on the show many times. We had you on the last. We had you and that lawyer in Melbourne that was coming on every week and giving us an update on the lockdowns, and it's crazy. There's okay, I got a message here from somebody in Sydney, the Sydney CBD area. They said there's little signs going around, like little signs on poles that say this is COVID-19 patrolled by drones.
Wow, that's official.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I don't even know, and then Layla just says, oh yeah, it's coming to Canada too. It's coming. They're trying to pull a Victoria-style lockdown here in Canada for a while. People kind of fought back because Doug Ford, Mr. Mobility, is the Premier of Ontario. And Doug Ford...
That guy too. His family is to do with, all the signs in the supermarkets and all the shops. And it says, please stand here, and it's got like a proper sign thing they put on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
His family is part of that. He's making all the money.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
So does that make you wonder why he's in the position he is?
It could be. It could be.
They don't vote him in. They put him in there because he's got something that they want.
Okay, so you're going to have to keep us updated every week until we figure out what the heck is going down in Australia, because I don't know why is everyone buying this? Like, what is there, oh, man. I'm just thinking because now India pulled a stunt. You know why India's had this, why this mysteriously happened in India? Do you know why?
Well, I know that the locals are going to the sites that the news go to the very next day and say, oh, there's nothing going on here.
Well, what's been happening in India is they've had the biggest human organized protest in human history. The farmers have been protesting in India for the last 49 weeks. They've been protesting 500,000 to 1 million, up to 2 million people at a time, protesting in the big cities because they are stealing their land that's been owned by them for generations, and now governments are stealing land in India so they could corporatize it and basically destroy. We had the guy from India on last week on the show. He was explaining to us what was happening. And let's look that up. And Indian farmers, let's see if there's still going on the protest.
I'm just waiting for more stuff like that in Australia to happen. But considering the last however many decades, we're being bought out anyway.
Okay, here it is. India farmers, 6 months of farm law protest. And we're not talking about 13 guys. Hundreds of thousands of people. Across the country mark 6 months of their protests against farm laws passed by the Indian government last year. Farmers held demonstrations, raised black flags, and burned effigies of politicians belonging to the government, blah, blah, blah. And we're talking this has been organized, and they're stealing the farmers' lands. I stand with these guys 100%. I truly stand with people that are getting ripped off. And we're talking, you guys have let me see if I could find images on how big, because the media doesn't want to show. This thing is huge. You guys have no idea how big this thing is. This thing is enormous. This is Canada. Canada is reporting on it. You can't even see the damn image. So this is it. There's like, it's huge. Like, we're talking like several 100,000 up to 2 million at one point, and the farmers have had enough. Look at that. And the same thing with Hong Kong and the 40-50 week protest they had there, and COVID showed up. Same thing in France with the Yellow Vest movement, and COVID showed up. Same thing in Albania, same thing in Sri Lanka, same thing in parts of Canada, same thing in parts of the States, same thing in Argentina, same thing in Chile, same thing in Brazil. And COVID showed up. Go ahead, Matthew.
Actually, was it you that said Beijing are throwing out vaccine vials because nobody wants them?
I don't know if I know they're holding off on the expiry dates on the shelf life, and they're prolonging the vaccines so they don't get thrown in the garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Big Rob, New Zealand, is discussing about the massive protests in London. I know about it. I was informed about it. We talked about it on Mike of the Night 2 weeks ago, where I was given the footage I could use of that protest in London. Basically, it was close to 30 to 45,000 people in London. That's one of the biggest organized protests they've had in ages. And it was a lockdown protest, and the media was trying to spin it as a pro-Trump protest like usual. They did that to you guys in Australia when you guys were trying to, during the elections in the States, when you guys were on lockdown, every time they protested, they called it a pro-Trump protest for you guys too.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. And New Zealand did that too. So.
Yeah. Now, I've come across something that people probably already know, that cranberry juice, full of antioxidants.
That's great. Pure cranberry juice with no added sugar. Tastes like petroleum, but it's good for you. It's a good diuretic.
Now, because I work outside on the golf course, many years I've had like a build-up of gunk of a morning. Like, I've had teary eyes, just been out in the cold and all that. And now, the last few days, I've started initially gurgling it, spit it out, whatever, and it actually cleans out. It's gotten rid of the gunk.
It's a diuretic. It's a natural diuretic. It's good for you. Okay, Matthew, I'm going to let you go. We're going to have you on in the next week or so if this lockdown persists. I need you to get on our Discord because you're on lockdown, so you get on our Discord if you don't mind and join us. We have a live chat in the Discord where we're all talking. And you're welcome to join us and be part of our Discord, okay? If Blunt News is still watching, put the link for the Discord up so people could join. Thank you, Matthew. God bless you. We'll talk soon.
All right, thanks, Mike. Talk to you soon.
All right. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be back in touch with Matthew for a while this lockdown is like, I don't understand what's going on. I really don't know what's going on. I'm reading headlines in the news. I don't even know what they're telling me. I don't know what they're trying to sell me. I don't know if they're tricking or treating. I don't know what they're trying to tell me. Okay, let's see if we could get Ricky Spanish. No. I got a bunch of photos here. Video was taken down. Let me see if I could get... I want to get Supreme Cannon on because we tried to get him on last week and his internet was broken. So... Justin Shaw said, Mike, can you hear me? I could hear you, buddy. We got August Jones saying, I'm a walking militia, plays no games. Everyone gets nervous, aware when I show up. You heard Kellogg's cereals promoting LBKGT for kids, Mike Martins. You know what? They're promoting, I don't know, man. It's like we need a Mickey Mouse to stand up for us. Like if I had a choice, I'd have this guy stand up for us and actually do something. Here it is. You want to see somebody do something about something? Here it is.
Stage. Woof. You don't.
Yeah.
Talk to me like that. You little piece of shit.
we need someone to start standing up and oh yeah, this is my favorite right here.
Email 2 weeks ago.
I'm not here to talk about my transition. I'm here to kick some f***ing ass. Let me tell you something, Dingleberry.
David.
Let me tell you something, Dingleberry. Well, that's what's happening. Let's go over some of our headlines tonight. China warns Australia militia weak will be first hit with any war, says Western Alliance. We went over a few here, actually. Pentagon Special Forces nominee says U.S. should strongly consider training Taiwanese guerrillas against Chinese invasion. Boris Karloff here in England is saying India COVID variant spread may delay final lifting of lockdown. They're doing this so they can steal the Indian farmers' land. There you go. House in Toronto with no bedrooms just sold for more than $1 million. Woo! Oh, yeah. Look at this. House prices nearly go up 300% of assessment. People are paying property tax like $12,000, $13,000 for a house like this in Vancouver. That's probably worth $3 million. That's worth $3 million right there. No, it's not Shaquille O'Neal's mansion. It's that.
You're talking about all man.
Yeah, low roller scratcher, that was in the news. McDonald's is offering a free iPhone since they're desperate for workers. Yep. Shed with windows. Yeah, Marco Antonio Solis in the comments there. Marco Antonio made perfect sense. He said that if a house does not have a bedroom, it is a shed. There it is right there. It's a shed. He's right. We should get Marco Antonio on the show here if he wants to come on. All right, let's move on here. What else did we talk about? No Canadian hires for 4 years at Chinese-owned BC mine. So this is going to be happening across your English-speaking country where they won't hire locals to work. City of Lexington begins door-to-door vaccine campaign. Virologist says genetic fingerprints prove COVID-19 is man-made. No credible natural ancestor. So now, again, it goes back to the story I'm trying to spin here, my conspiracy theory. Now, if 7 weeks from now we start seeing the repercussions, 7 to 10 weeks from now we start seeing the repercussions from the vaccine, I'm thinking what's going to happen is, but we were misinformed. We were told that it was from some Batman flu wet market in China, but now we realized it was man-made. We made the wrong thing. So they're going to, you're going to see this happen. I think they're going to pull one of those. Let's move on here. Facebook will no longer remove posts claiming COVID-19 was man-made. Thank you, Facebook. You're the best, Facebook. You know, Facebook, I don't even know if anyone goes on there anymore. But Facebook, thanks for shutting down free speech and shutting down the right and shutting down the conservatives and shutting down Catholic religion. Shutting down, yeah, I'm not going to go there right now, but yeah. All right, let's keep going here. Provinces are preparing to reopen, but it's not time to ditch your mask just yet. You know what? It is, because Nancy Pelosi said so. She said so. She said it's not. 2 weeks ago or a week ago, she said, they don't work. So if Nancy Pelosi says so, it means they don't work. And here it is, guys. 21,000 people turning out to get the vaccine in Australia. This is in where we had Matthew on the show from Victoria, where his state is completely shut down. I think the borders are shut down. And some wait times are 6 hours. Yeah. And Yemenis deal a heavy blow to Saudi Arabia in major multi-pronged operation. That's semi-good news. And animals can breathe through their butts, and oxygen up the wazoo may work for humans too. This is what Canada is talking about right here. And this is the debt load. China's debt level is the highest among major emerging markets. So China's doing good, but their debt level is nowhere, it's not looking good. And income per capita in US dollars. So, and let's keep going here. Door-to-door vaccines offered in Ottawa's most vulnerable. That's in Canada. They're reluctant to get the vaccinated will go door-to-door to help. That's the New York Times. More than 170 venues on virus alert. Virus alert. You see the names? You see the language? You see how they're weaponizing the language against us? Virus alert. More than 170 venues are listed as COVID exposure sites. COVID exposure sites? Well, here it is. I'm going to have to reply to it with this.
Now that I've started, I can't tell you how free I feel. Now that I've started identifying as a woman. Now that I can compete as female, I'm ready to smash the other girls.
Good. All right. That just fills me. Lord Humongous is trying to call in. I'll get him in a second when we cover Dubai coin. Who cares? Will the next deflationary shock come from? Election victory reflects Syrians' warm feeling for Assad, says analyst. So this election was a landslide for Assad, and here in the West they're portraying him as a murderer. You be the judge. And here it is. Here, U.S. warship fails to intercept mid-range ballistic missile. And if somebody could call in and explain this, where's this one? Right here. I don't know what this means, but we'll get Lord Humongous on. Let's get him on the show to explain this to me. Yo, Lord,
hey,
what's
Mike.
up? How are things down in Colorado?
Oh, they're all right. You were speaking of Facebook. I don't know if you remember that, but not too long ago, Mark Zuckerberg, he was trying to buy out a bunch of properties down in Los Angeles, like high-end ones, because he was waiting for the whole real estate debacle to fall apart down there.
Okay.
When you brought up Facebook, I thought that was kind of interesting.
Well, he's a martyr. He's a savior because Saint Zuckerberg, what he did was he's allowing people to freely say now that it is man-made.
Right.
He should get a medal.
Yeah. No, I just remembered that story though, and it's all tied into in California, the whole homeless thing is like a big business for these politicians and these tech giants that are all in on this collusion. They're part of the problem. I mean, they're the ones that are driving up all these the prices. They have hedge funds that back them. They'll come in and buy up after they've devastated a crash area. It's like BlackRock or any one of those big hedge funds. That's what they specialize in doing. Even Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway, was in on a lot of that stuff here in the Midwest.
My favorite is the cocaine going through J.P. Morgan.
Yeah, that's an old one, man. That's probably been.
That was an old article. Yeah, J.P. Morgan's ship or something caught. How many keys of coke?
No, but that was that ship, right? The ship they caught in the New York Harbor or whatever. No, but the one that really got. I think this has been going on for a long time.
Okay. Hold on. You know this better than I do because you always correct me. There's this fraud alert that happens in the Australian banking system that when money is being laundered, the fraud alert signals that fraud has been committed in the bank.
Is that the
How
Westpac
many times has Westpac in Australia broken that law?
Yeah, it was 23.5 million infractions.
23 million infractions in 2020. That's like 13 infractions a second or something.
Right, yeah, it's ridiculous. It's all in the quantum computing at the high frequency trading. Yeah, I'm sure because it's all programmed in. That's the part that a lot of people miss. It's the programming of everything. Who are these programmers behind everything?
Okay, but I got you on the phone, and yes, Amerifornia tour is looking good, and I like the video go. So guys, I'm gonna play this. Oh, I closed it. Damn.
It's a quick
that
clip.
Dano video that sent us. It was a really nice video. I played it at the beginning. And guys, Lord Humongous, everyone's been people have been donating. It was really nice. Guys, don't forget to Lord Humongous is going to do an Amerifornia tour across America. He's going to go down to California. He's going to go around America. He said he's going to go pee on the Georgia Guidestones. So if you guys want to contribute to Lord Humongous, please go ahead for the Amerifornia tour. Guys, don't forget to check artbydano.com. Mike in the Night, guys, don't forget to come on our Discord, and we have live chat here on the thing if you want to chat. Guys, don't forget to message me on Instagram if you need to send me something, or you need a message to send me of some sorts. Instagram is the only thing that does not block my messages for some reason. Next week's Mike in the Night, background noise, guys, don't forget to check that out. If you get a minute, don't forget to check it out. Next week, I'm saying. Background noise, Mike in the Night. And guys, don't forget to check out Money for Nothing this Wednesday. Big show. Money for Nothing and your MTV and getting chicks for free. So that's next week's show. Don't forget to set your reminders for that. Music by Ralphie.co.New Zealand. And guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm working really hard to get to 14,000 subscribers. I'm at 13,950, and I'm hoping I could get 8 subscribers per month to try and get 14,000 by Christmas. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah. I call those Georgia Guidestones Ted Turner stones. I think that's who paid for them originally to get them built in Georgia.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
$21 million was paid to have those built by some anonymous character. So I've been working on that conspiracy analyst part. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm a conspiracy analyst. So there is a difference.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to laugh. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Are my jokes that bad there, Jelly Bean, or what?
No.
Oh, Alan, I want to give a shout out to Alan Howick for donating to the tour too earlier today.
Yeah, thank you, Alan Howick, for donating to the tour. And
Right?
that's good. It's good to it's going to be good, you know? JP Morgan oil tanker filled with Coke. The High Life brothers. Yeah, that was the oil tanker was filled with Coke.
Right. But I wanted to tell you that and watch that Netflix show on the last narc. It was about the DEA and all that throughout the 80s of the cocaine. If you want a real juicy story to watch, it's a good documentary on that.
Have Little Boots is signing off. He's out. Peace. Have a good one, Little Boots. He's signing off. He's in London, so it's like 5:43 in the morning there.
Oh wow, that's a late show for him, right? Anyways, I've been talking to Mineko too, trying to get him to come on again. You know, he's getting really popular with the Wall Street silver movement and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another. And you Aussies need to focus on buying some Perth Mint silver.
Perth Mint silver, that's correct. Yeah, that's important.
Put that money in your pocket. You know, don't let that take that physical off of the Perth Mint's hands because they're corrupt and they're dealing in synthetic silver trading. So.
Mm-hmm.
Go Australia, man. I pray for that country every day, man. They're going through a lot of stuff with the lockdowns and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We got to stick
We need
together.
August Jones to call into the show. He's got a wealth of knowledge here in the comment section.
Yeah, get him to call in. He's a good guy.
We should you should pick him up on the Amerifornia tour.
Hey, man, whoever wants to come on, you know, if I stop in your state, I'll definitely will meet up with you.
That's good. I like that. Then we get some videos and some footage and discussion, and then you know what time Mike in the Night's on, so you could go live with your streaming and everything.
Exactly.
Get to a Walmart with free Wi-Fi and just do it there.
Dano's doing the graphics, man. I think he's doing a good job.
Well, Dano's the best, man.
I got to get a big Mike in the Night sticker of your face with your cowboy hat on.
Oh, the cowboy hat? You want that one?
Yeah, I kind of like that, man. It's kind of like the old bull sticker on the side of the pickup truck.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. Never mind, bro.
I get it.
I'm wearing my motocross t-shirt too tonight. I was gonna come on the video.
Oh, you're wearing your Mike in the Night motocross t-shirt. That's a good shirt, man. Does anyone ever comment on it?
Yeah, they like it, and it's really, it's really comfortable. Actually, I'm really surprised for the amount of money it costs. It's like, it's a really comfortable shirt. So
good.
All right, God bless.
God bless you. Have a good one, Lord Humongous. Please be good, and we'll talk. I'll talk to you on Discord.
Always. All right.
Ciao.
Ciao.
That is Lord Humongous out of Colorado, and he's preparing for the Mike in the Night Amerifornia tour. And
You're talking about all man.
all right, guys, what else is going on? We got time here. We got 30 minutes. Who could we get on the show? Who wants to come on the show? We need August Jones on the show to call and make a difference on the show tonight. We need August Jones. Add me on Skype, Mike Martins, 1980. All right, who's January, February, March, April? I'm just trying to see when these messages are coming in. Oh, Devin. Look, Devin here. I don't know where he is. Someone just told me they're 300K down in their crypto. Devin. Okay, they're not online right now. I'm just trying to see who is there, who is out and about. Oh, God, it's early in the morning in London right now. It's 5:27, and somebody else is messaging me here from London, England. I'm not allowed to come on the show. We'll lose my job. Okay, no problem. All right. Let's go over some of the stories, too, again tonight, and let's see if we could get some... Yeah, this is what I wanted to ask Lord Among Us. What does this mean? This is written in some Sanskrit that I can't decipher what they're trying to say here. Virginia gym teacher placed on leave after refusing to say biological boy can be a girl at school board meeting. An elementary school gym teacher in Virginia, United States, has been placed on leave right after he spoke out against the country's school board policy proposal that says teachers must allow students to use gender pronouns of their choice. I don't understand. Pronouns. Well, I was half asleep in English class, so... And this one here, I don't understand this one, too. I had Layla on the show. Trudeau claims racism when grilled about Chinese military scientists. I don't understand what that means. You know... Okay, there's a video here. Let's see what kind of Yahoo's on here. Come on, this thing's loading for 2 minutes. I could be in Detroit by the time this thing loads. Hey, whatever. All right, let's go back to this. Oh, yeah, I got to see this again. This makes me feel good. It's like...
Well, maybe we'll just refuse to go on stage. Woof! You don't talk to me like that, you little piece of shit.
And that's what, Sorry, I just had to bring that up again. Yes, okay, so what's happening in the comments section? We got... Someone saw it fit to take advantage of his kindness to step into the show, then step over him. Battling the bankers, crypto honeypot. I will soon enough, Mike. I appreciate the love, guys. That's August Jones. Yes, Layla, I believe Assad was reluctant to take power. Okay. I can't. August Jones is asking with the tour. Lord Humongous is going to go around in this massive van he bought, and he's going to be plastering it with stickers all over and going all over America to get stories. Find out what's going on in different states, what is happening, whether it's the price of food, comparing the price of food, comparing the price of housing. Amerifornia is coming. You guys know we've been talking about Amerifornia on this channel for a long time now. Amerifornia is a big deal. Amerifornia is not fake. America will become California as a whole. Unemployment, homelessness, fentanyl, opioids, Oxycontin, destroying families. After school Satan's back. After school Satan is a thing. Look it up. You think I'm making up after school Satan to get viewers on here? No. After school Satan's real. I'm not here to talk about my transition.
I can't tell you how free I feel now that I've started identifying as a woman. Now that I can compete as female, I'm ready to smash the other girls.
And is it correct you just started identifying as female 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
I'm not here to talk about my transition.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that's what's happening around the world. South Park has it right. South Park is on the money when it comes to creating transparency where it should be seen. or creating, yeah. Layla saying, I'm afraid you're right, Mike. No, I don't want to be right. So August Jones is saying the teacher is being punished for not bending the knee. Wow. It's getting to this, guys. It's getting hectic. Let's see what's up in the news now, right now. Let's see what's breaking right now. Hong Kong could soon dispose of millions of unused vaccine doses. Now, we went through the ingredients last week with the scientist. The ingredients, what's in this vaccine. It can't see water, groundwater. It can't be, there's really nothing you could do unless I guess if you blow it up and go in the air. But this thing is very dangerous, okay? I don't know how they're going to dispose of millions of unused doses. Can't go in the ground. Can't see groundwater. Can't see lakes or rivers. Can't see. I don't know what's going to happen. What they're going to do with that. Oh, here, look, out of Canada. Oh, there's Canada. I knew I recognized this area here. Yeah, this is Canada. Here you go, guys. You take a look at Canada. You want more proof? You think I'm lying? Beijing's agents harass Hong Kong pro-democracy activists in Canada. This is Canada, guys. Pro-democracy activists said bounced around departments while seeking help against abuse. There it is right there. I'm just surprised they're not calling this a pro-Trump rally or something. So there it is. Pro-democracy activists in Canada are being Yep. Unused vax will go to Africa, Mike. Oh, okay. But what if it expires? Canada's where everyone goes to fight. Yeah. Yep, looks like Canada. All right, let's see what RT is reporting on. I got RT, I got I-24, I got the Canadian one up here. Okay, what is RT? What is Russia Today trying to tell us today? AMC, other movie theaters change, remove masks and mandates. Okay, America's reopening, while the ball juice strain is going through rampantly in Australia. Woo! Droves of lockdown protesters flood London for weekly... Oh, Freedom March! Oh, this is the Freedom March! Okay, so England has been seeing huge turnouts, okay, for this whole lockdown BS stuff. Oh, someone's wearing a mask right here. What are you talking about? There's a mask right there. See? He's wearing a mask. What are they talking about? People are getting sick and tired, man. The protest in London has drawn a large number of participants united by their mistrust of how the British government is handling the COVID situation. And not only this, guys, pay attention. It's to kill the bill. British Parliament is passing bills, and they're trying to kill the bill, to allow police to go in your house and do breathalyzer, pull you over and arrest you for search your vehicle, do whatever you want, stop and frisk. The British, Boris Karloff there in England, is trying so hard to pass these bills, these draconian bills, that's going to make England into a severe... You thought having cameras on every corner in England was draconian? What they're trying to pass in England is phenomenal. So there it is right there. Oh, this is a live 4-hour video. Oh, this is nice. A 4-hour video of this. Of people walking through for 4 hours. So you could stand there and watch all these people. But then when you watch this on American news or in Canada... You see, I don't know, there's like, you can see people way up there. There's at least 60, maybe 40 to 60,000. One, the media here will say several hundred people showed up. Two, they'll call it a pro-Trump rally. Trump, in 100 years, will have pro-Trump rallies. And three, they're spinning it as a lockdown rally, but it's more about kill the bill, right? They want to kill the bills that they're passing, right? So I'm not trying, sir. So there it is. There's England right there. And I love it when they say, oh, several hundred people showed up to this, and there are several hundred. This thing goes forever. Look how far down this thing goes. This thing goes forever. Let's see if he pans the camera around to show. There it is, right there. He's panning it around. He's panning it around. Oh, yeah. There you go. So I kind of wanted to share that. But, yeah, England is seeing some of the biggest protests it's had in ages. And people speaking out on it. And there it is, another one here. Yeah, there's 3 people here on this one. Nothing to see here. Hey, you want to see 3 people? This is the media spinning it. 3 people appear today in London. This is some good footage here. Here, there's your 3 people. 3 people today attended a rally in England. A pro-Trump rally. Yeah! These are all pro-Trump supporters! And that's what they do in England. That's what they do in New Zealand. And that's what they do in Australia. Why? Because we had guests on the show that came on and told us that they're spinning it as a pro-Trump rally all the time. Also in France, says Layla. Is this France or am I blind? No, this is England. This is London still. Yeah. So there's lots happening. And this is becoming... I can't believe this. I can't believe this is happening, but it is. So what are they reporting here? Where's this out of? Australian broadcast. So this is Australians broadcasting crap. So what are they brought across Australia? What are they... They're not talking about the lockdown. They're not talking about this is Australia today. They're not talking... What are they talking about here? A city of 640,000 people. Why do some in the LGBTIWK community not feel at home? What? This is not even news. Okay, well, that's coming out of Australia. Press TV is reporting on actual news. Remains of 250 children found at former Indigenous school site in Canada. That's very upsetting. I read that the other day. It was very, very heartbreaking reading that. Iranian tanker seized by Indonesian released after 4 months. U.S. senators push for preservation of Trump's maximum pressure on Iran. So you do see news here coming out of the Middle East, like news. And what else we got here? Okay, could someone tell me who won between Toronto and Montreal? And this is Canadian. What are they? Wow. Oh, experts. Why experts? Experts. When I had hair, my barber was an expert in global warming. My mechanic was an expert in global warming in 2000. Florida didn't end up underwater in 2007. So what are these experts saying? Is this a plumber? What's the plumber have to say today? Why experts say second vaccine doses should be ruled out right now. I don't know. Like I'm not gonna quote any of these because experts. I remember when I fought tooth and nail against global warming. Like global warming is a myth. Mike, the world's getting hot. What are you talking about? Buddy, you pull wrenches. What do you know about climate? Well, how can you prove to me the Earth's not... It's because they're telling us. When they tell us we're becoming overpopulated, think it over. When they're telling us that we are over... Yeah. Think about it. Scott is saying, never had a needle in 5 years. I feel healthy as an ox. Alan Hawick says, brutal game for the Leafs. Damn. Experts should have disappeared since at least 2000. Yeah. Once they realized that Florida isn't underwater in 2007, they should have just kind of shut up about being experts on everything. My favorite, watch this. I love this. I'm just going to randomly go here. And these are the protests in India. Some lockdown they're having, eh? Huge farmers' protests in India. Don't let them fool you guys. They're stealing farmers' lands in India. And I stand with the farmers. Watch this. 87% of Americans say. What are 87% of Americans saying? Biden leads Trump poll showing 87% unhappy at the U.S. 53% of Americans say internet has been essential. Here we go. Holidays are 87% say the holidays are important. 1 in 4 Americans will be working remotely by 2021. %13% of American adults do not use the internet. I want to find an article that says 90% of Americans say that we love these lockdowns. I love those ones. Those are my favorite ones. Let's go. 87% of Canadians say. What are 87% of Canadians saying here? Majority of Canadians continue to support abortion in Canada. Didn't ask me. 87% of Canadians participated in birthday bashes close to the holiday at Heritage Canada, saying 87% of Canadians, whatever. 43% of Asians in BC experienced racism in the last 87 years. Half of Canadians say that COVID-19 pandemic has, we must remain vigilant and we almost finished the line. Poll finds 81% of Canadians said the U.S.-Canadian border should stay closed. Majority of Canadians say political correctness has gone to... they must be more polite to try to avoid conflict. Canadians are ready to break up with companies they can't keep. Majority of Canadians support wearing masks during COVID. So, I love it how they... this is good stuff. Layla is saying, nice one, Mike. Mike's channel is not going to 14K. Oh man, I was hoping my channel got to 14,000 subscribers. I get usually 5 a month, and if I get 5 subscribers a month until Christmas, by Christmas, I should have 14,000 subscribers. Not sure just said, I believe that 70% of Americans are taking some kind of drug. Oh, yeah. Sadly, this is Big Rob New Zealand saying, sadly, I think a lot of people do like lockdowns paid to stay home hold on, to watch Netflix. Hold on. But in Australia right now, people are rushing because that job thingy they have in Australia, the job keeper or whatever that's keeping people home getting paid is ending. Wow, I'm going through every article we read tonight. How do you guys feel about door-to-door vaccines? Here it is. There's a lineup in Australia right here. So could this be, hold on, hey, we need to take this. Let's take this, because if we don't, we can't reopen. And if you can't reopen, JobKeeper or furlough or what money you're getting, forbearance or whatever you call it, is going to end. And now if that ends, guess what happens? You're going to be homeless. So let's get out there, let's get our jab, and let's get this country reopened. Give it 12 to 15 weeks. By the way, we were wrong about that. Just like today, Facebook announced, or yesterday, that they're not going to be deleting people's accounts that say that that the virus is man-made. The great Saint Zuckerberg. VMan293 says, I never answered the door. What if I'm at your door, dude? Australia coming to a country near you, says Anarchy. And who else is here? I think Eduardo was at a protest today. I'm not too sure. I know Eduardo went to a protest today. Not sure what he's been up to. But we'll get in touch with him soon. We got Blunt News in the house.
You're talking about all man.
Hey, Blunt News, can you put the link to our Discord if you don't mind? So we could get people on our Discord, and we got live chats on the Discord, just people talking their minds. And if you don't mind getting on our Discord, guys. So there it is, guys, right here. Here's the channel, guys. I'm hoping to get to 14,000 subscribers by Christmas. We had Florian on the show. We had Peter Leeds on the show. We had Uneducated Economist on the show. We had Tony God Rules on the show. We had Alaska Prepper on the show. We had Christina Smallhorn, Steve Soretsky, Jeb Smith on the show. Frankie McDonald, Stephen Van Meter on Mike in the Night. And Stephen Van Meter was drinking a lot of whiskey. Guys, don't forget to check out last week's show if you like this show. Last week's show was really good. We had people on discussing the ingredients inside of the Vax. So here's last week's show if you're bored. So go ahead and go on last week's show. Last week's show was really good. We had a lot of good callers in. A lot of good people participated. We have 2 or 3 first-time callers calling into the show. And, yeah. Search for the Truth said, this is the place to be on a Saturday night. Oh, yeah, Mike in the Night is the place to be. What else we got here? Our music. This Wednesday show, guys, don't forget to join us. We talk more economics, money, gold, silver, stacking. There it is right there, guys. If you don't mind, Money for Nothing this Wednesday. Next Friday, guys, please join us for background noise. I don't know what to call it, but we usually do this because we don't know what the next show, what's going to happen in the next, let alone 3 hours, let alone a week from now. So someone says, I checked again for you. Read Revelations 13 to 14. It explains the mark in detail and where it explains. It is clear. It is a clear choice that is disclosed. Please fact check me as soon as possible. Yo, August, get on our Discord and chat with us. You know what I'm saying? This is next week's show. Guys, you got to message me on Instagram if you want to send me something specific or private. Just send it to me on Instagram. And just talk to me on Instagram if you need to send me something. Also, guys, Discord is right here. So people are posting. Here it is right here. People are posting on Instagram. We got our live chat here. And then we have our Bitcoin room. If people want to talk about Bitcoin, you could go ahead and go in there. Wow, look how many messages there are here. So lots of Bitcoin talk here. So we created a separate room. So people talking about whatever here don't talk about there. And then we have our live thing here. Let's chill live talk. What else we got going on? artbydano.com. Art by Dano. Don't forget to check him out with new releases. His stuff got ripped apart by TikTok, Instagram, teenagers organized something in Huntington Beach, and they ended up ripping apart his kiosk. And don't forget to donate to the Mike in the Night Amerifornia Tour 2021, 2020, 2022. If you guys don't mind donating to the Amerifornia Tour. I've donated here once, twice. I'll do it again. I said last week or this week. I'll do it again. I don't care. And, yeah. Guys, people were asking about my store. Like, my store. I'm going to be shipping across America and Canada in the next 3 weeks. I will be shipping to a city near you from my retail store. I sell a lot of board games. And if you guys, board games are the best. I have board game night once a week with my family, and when my kids reach in their early teens, we're going to be playing board games like 3 times a week. So if you guys want to maybe pick up a few board games, like good ones, or if you want to trust me and say, Mike, I have this budget, what can I buy for me and my family? We like archaeology. I'll find you a game that involves a board game that involves. We like colonialism. I'll find you a game that I have about colonialism. I'll find you a game about trading, spice trading. I have close to 700 board games in my store. And I'll be starting to ship all over North America. So if you guys want, I'll start promoting that for you guys. See, Battleship is fun. But I have games that supersede that are way better than Battleship. Like, that really... there's a submarine game that I like to play a lot. That's kind of like Battleship, but it's more involved. Yep, guys, we're winding down. 5 minutes to go. Guys, I love you guys, man, and I appreciate you guys coming on here and supporting me. Every time you guys come on here, it's a support. Why is my camera phasing in and out? I gotta get that checked. Maybe it's the hat. It's my Georgia Tech hat. I don't know why I keep phasing in and out here. Lost Together Forever. We'll stop by your store again in the next couple of weeks and pick up a new board game. Your store is awesome. Yep, keep your imagination in check. Yep, Steve Jackson's Illuminati. I sell that game too in my store. VMen293 say, I truly think Layla is a CSIS NSA mole. Yeah, Lord Humongous got Illuminati. I sent it to him. I sent it to him in Colorado. I shipped it out to Colorado for him. Yeah. All right, we're gonna start wrapping it up, and I want to thank everyone that shared this transmission to get over 200 people watching, and wrapping it up. Gonna put my kids to bed. We got Lord Humongous. We got Ozzy Jen. Yes, I do have some jigsaw puzzles. Petria Hui. We got thumbs up for Mike's show, everybody. Grindhouse Cartoons. Layla. VMen293. Lost Together Forever. Marco Antonio. Lord Humongous. Martinia Pepina. Was asking me, talk about what you think will happen in the next 12 to 15 weeks. We'll talk about it on next week's show. And see what happens with there. Whatever is going on, there will be a 2-year lag, says Anna Key. We got Mitch Madden in the show. August Jones in the show. We got Grindhouse, we said that. Ozzy Jen in the house. Blunt News in the house. Who else is here? We'll be on Discord tonight, guys. I'll be in bed after I put my kids to bed. I'll be on Discord tonight with you guys. And I'll be talking. We got Fringe here. Who else we got? We got that many people on Discord already? Holy crap. So, guys, post your links here. Post your videos to other channels that we need to see. Whether it's Brighton or Rumble, just share it. Alright. Direct message me if you like. I'm just going through direct messages here. And Alan Howick, thanks for donating $15. All right, guys. Take care. And if you can't take care, please stay safe. Mike Martin signing off.